too many of them. What are we going to do?
This is our most desperate hour. Help me.
Katerina Macario.
You're my only hope.
Sandals and shorts, and surf, and scuba, and sand, and sailing, and soccer. San Diego, California.
Season's greetings and welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, episode 327 on the May 4th, the day before, not Mexican Independence Day. Season's greetings, May 4th, be with all of us. San Diego FC lose in a draw against LAFC 2-2 at Snapdragon Stadium with now a 6th consecutive winless game. However, they do add a point. Next day, San Diego Wave lose for a second time in the week against AFC 1-0. Not a lot of offense. The team mentioned it. They need to finish better. They're creating chances, but they need some identity. Up top, we'll get into both of those. We'll touch full depth and grace. We'll say hi to everybody. Let us know your thoughts on San Diego FC versus San Diego versus LAFC. The
Southern California derby match.
The Tom Penn on a pole match.
The Penn Classic.
The Penn Invitational?
Penn Invitational, yeah.
Heck yeah.
The Tom Penn Invitational. I like that.
Seasons, Tom. Anyways, yes, your thoughts on the inhumane treatment of LAFC fans from what's out there in social media right now. It's very interesting just seeing the narratives that develop on social media and even in the actual official media through Apple TV, through the official memes, through some of the top MLS contributors, whether it's Tommy
Bogert,
Tommy Bogert, Tommy, and Crew and Soccer Wise or MLS and some official Walmart game of the weekend or whatever it was, right? And that side of reporting. This is the show that the insiders watch. We'll have some updates on some San Diego FC players. There's virtually no update with Chucky Lozano, even though, again, media made it seem like so much new information. If you're watching Two Balls and a Mic,
you're the media. We're the media. We're the ones that have made this a problem.
Problem. It depends who you
maybe
ask.
Not problem. It
depends who you
Some
ask.
people don't think it's even a question. Or why are we even talking about it?
Because somebody purchased
That's true.
A plane to fly over.
They purchased a banner to fly over
over Snapdragon Stadium
which is
free Chucky,
pretty funny.
It's great. I love chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. I welcome chaos. And that was just a great use of free will. From my knowledge, it was specifically from the individual.
Yeah.
There were no contributions from a H Lozano account. As I heard around, like, oh, what if he helped him and just spotted half of the plane or the sign? But yeah, that situation it remains the same. This is a show that the insiders watch. So you are here in the know for everything San Diego FC. For sure. There is a cool interview with Emma Hayes, U.S. Women's National Team head coach, on our channel right now. She was at the San Diego Wave match. She was holding Grogu, the action figure bobblehead that's going to be going out. Like, it was a great time. Some good content. We can touch on it a little bit later, along with San Diego Wave as well. Did you enjoy any of the social media between just LAFC, San Diego FC? Again, referencing that account.
I think, generally speaking, when it comes to like the social media fan stuff, sometimes it'll come across, but for the most part, I didn't really see it. I did see the stuff about the way that they felt treated, and I think it's fair for any person and group to think to themselves like, hey, we're not really like, it feels kind of insane. When you really think about it, it's like, yeah, porta potties are just insane concepts.
Yeah, I mean,
And
you don't have to look far. You can just look at what happened over at what happens at the Purple Lot. Like, there's enough porta potties over there.
it's
for
still
sure.
it's still feels pretty gross when you use porta when you use especially an actually used porta potty. Like sometimes you're in a porta potty, say, hey, porta potty's not been used maybe like once or twice. It's nice, good porta potty. But when you're in like the heat and it's gross, and you're just with a bunch of people that got off of a bus, like 7 buses, I heard, right?
Mhm.
That's gotta be. I would not want to smell that porta potty or be near it.
I
It
mean-
smell like how it smells outside right now.
Keep things calm,
well,
cool, and
here
collected
in
and
Imperial
fun.
Beach,
But this
this
is
isn't-
unacceptable, Snapdragon Stadium. 7 charter buses of LAFC supporters came here. This is like the super early access area. We had to get here super early, okay? That wasn't our decision. That's like an MLS thing, I think. Okay, right now it is 3:54, so super early, right? Check this out. For the early access area only, apparently it's going to change later, but I don't know. These are our restrooms.
Well, I'll tell
It's a
you,
lot of porta potties.
that's a lot
actually.
more porta potties than the San Diego FC fans were given at LAFC. And same thing with LA Galaxy. Like, don't have to travel too far to get treated poorly. Just go to a Galaxy game if you're an LAFC fan, or a LAFC fan if you're SDFC, or Galaxy fan. Like,
Sometimes the porta potties are treated nicer than the regular toilets too, because you realize like, hey, if I like drop my phone, like you can actually like fall in. Were you scared of that as a kid, like falling in?
falling into it. No, I grew up in ranchos sometimes, so
Well, I was scared of those.
I'm more
those
yeah.
ones are like with the big hole. Those ones,
yeah, the outhouses.
those,
like the
those are
Shrek
crazy.
outhouses.
Did you like doing those, or did that scare you?
No,
a little bit?
that scared me mostly because I'm in a rancho and snakes can be anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's literally the worst place to get.
I
bitten by a
remember
snake.
when I was little, I was like, I had to pee and I peed in one of those, and I was like, you don't hear it hit the bottom, and I was like, from that moment on, I was like, yeah, I probably don't need to pee in here.
Yeah.
You could just go outside because you're on a rancho. So
But yeah, I mean, Chiba is not here. Yes, obviously
he has
not-
been
he's not
converted
here.
into a droid. He had his head severed off by Tony Sanchez. He submitted a PTO request late, and unfortunately, Tony succumbed to the dark side. Not unfortunately, he's always had the dark side inside of him, and is a practicing Sith Lord. So
Absolutely.
he took care of Alejandro Chiva El Villaseñor.
I exclusively take care of my enemies with the forbidden technique. There's a forbidden technique that both Jedi and Sith agree is illegal. It starts with an M.
Okay.
Essentially, it's if you're battling, this is like inside baseball, and I go ahead and you're blocking, right? You're clearly going to block with your imaginary lightsaber. I do this, turn off the lightsaber, and nothing passes through it. You don't block anything, and just turn it on right here.
Yeah.
The Sith consider it to be a weak move and a weak maneuver if you have to resort to that, and the Jedi just don't think it's honorable. So there you go.
It's against the Force.
It's against it, for sure. HR took care of the Chiva issue. No, it's okay. He's been working hard. Go check out his calling of SanDiego Internacional, the UPSL team here locally. That SanDiego.Futbol has been going for. We can get this can just turn into a Star Wars episode.
4th, yeah.
100%. Cool tifo, by the way.
That was
great.
That was pretty cool.
Excellent tifo. I know people were like, "What does kill the party mean?" Honest Dryer, post match, kill the party.
Technically, it was a Galaxy thing he said, so maybe there's the little thing, but it's May the 4th weekend, so I think it's pretty cool what the Frontera did. I liked it. It looked pretty sick. Maybe if like the one thing. Actually, no, it was pretty great, because I was thinking like, what if the Death Star had LAFC stuff on it, but it doesn't need that.
Yeah,
it's the Death Star.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
It can be its own.
No, I like it. It was great. Who's Juan for Chucky? No more Chucky news. Everything that's been out there.
Yeah.
There's not much to talk about, and it's great that the comment is catching up to it between here and Chromaniacs. You've pretty much heard everything from
what we have
as fresh as it gets.
Think about it,
but everywhere else kind of gets it from us, and it's fine. And we have communications with some sources with that. Just the network that we've been able to kind of build through MLS. It's really cool. We will have updates. I'll update you too, as long as everybody else, on some of the potential lineups that you're gonna see for San Diego FC.
I felt bad this weekend. A person around the MLS area that was going to cover this game asked me like, "Oh, what do you think the lineup's going to be?" Or like, "Can you give me a rundown of all the players?"
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." So
you forgot.
So Luca Bombino probably going to be injured. That's what I was telling him. I said, "No way, CJ Dos Santos starts because he's got the." I was like, explain that whole thing. I gave a whole rundown on Duran Free and his story. And I was like, in the midfield, probably Pedro Soma instead of in for Jeppe Sverskov. That's probably my bad.
Yeah,
probably should have realized it.
Honestly, that would have been fine. I mean,
that's how they had it at the beginning. That's what they basically told us at the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah,
that Pedro Soma was going to be the mini Jeppe, but they haven't really used him like that. But and then on the left wing, Amal Pellegrino, that surprised me too. But you got some news on the lineup front for the future?
Yeah, just kind of things to look at, and what you saw at with LAFC and how that game developed and the fitness level, because it's San Diego FC is going to go through it these last couple games. They are definitely going to go ahead and go through it.
Jeppe changes everything.
So I mean, goals, gaps, and crates. Wave didn't score. I guess we'll go with goal. We will get to San Diego Wave, and we'll highlight this question here if we're concerned for San Diego Wave and their offensive troubles, perhaps as they woes as they will face LA as well. The other team that plays at BMO Stadium, for sure. Yes, this was reported. Something through the Chucky issue, and I don't like that it's not clicking. There we go. 100%. We've been reporting that Tyler Heaps has been looking for another DP. We've been talking about that center mid position, center forward, center attacking mid, attacking dynamic creator in the midfield that Tyler's been talking about since the
I believe it when I see it
preseason. Well, for sure. We will have to wait, and it's going to be a very interesting World Cup break. But before we get into all of that, let's just touch a little bit of goal, gaps, and grades. All right. Goals, gaffes, and grades. This will be fair. It'll be fine. We go goal of the week. Goal of the week comes courtesy of one of the only goals scored by a team with San Diego in its name outside of San Diego Internacional, San Diego FC. So San Diego FC are up 1-0. San Diego FC have scored. They haven't necessarily won in the last couple of games, but some of the troubles are that when they are scoring, either via penalty, it's not an open play, what they were great at last year, what they thrived on last year, and what seemed like in the 71st minute, like a moment where San Diego FC was just going to run away with this match. Jonas tries to go through the outlet over through the left. Verhoeven steps up, gets the ball clear. Here comes Honors Dreyer, the birthday man, lays it in. Marcus Varsson in 2 times. Goal. Open play. 2-0. San Diego FC. Marcus Varsson with a brace.
Yeah, 71st minute, dude. That's like one of those goals that when it first happens, you feel like, oh, this is great. Solidify the lead. Now you just hold on for the finish, last 20 minutes. LAFC admittedly said, we are not bringing our best team and putting our best foot forward. Marc Dos Santos went off in the media availability after their game against Toluca in LA, which is just really hilarious looking back at it. But that's how you feel, I think, after the second goal, and then the rest of the match happened. I honestly like the first goal a little bit more. That was a great header by Marcus Varsson. Not the best defending on LAFC's part, I guess, but just great moves on San Diego side to get the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, 2-0 lead, and it seemed like they were going to cruise on through. But unfortunately, and I really don't like the statement of 2-0 is the most dangerous score. It really just makes no sense. It's easier to have a double of a lead than just one goal. Yes, I get the momentum. Yes, I get all of that. But next is going to be the week.
I think there could be a couple nominees for GAF this week. I would say that the first LAFC goal, do you think the second goal? I feel like the first goal, it was just a really poor defensive effort. I don't want to say effort, but just like getting beat on the near post by C. Joseph.
For our listeners on audio, I am currently putting the second goal because this is the one that essentially tied it. The first goal, you get there, but like the timing of it, the moment that it was, just took the air out of that stadium.
Is that a handball?
Is it a handball? Ball does touch the hand. VAR and referee say no. That is not a handball. Play on.
I mean, when you jump, where does your arm naturally go when you jump?
Okay.
Is jumping a natural maneuver?
In your heart of hearts, as a maybe not even a journalist, like you're out there playing, man. Like you win those moments, and you're playing street ball, and this happens, but then the professional setting is a little bit more strict when it comes to the actual calling of a would-be denial of a goal. Great catch. Okay, there you go.
Mosquito guys, I caught one.
Is that a handball? Should that because it wasn't called, should that have been called a handball?
Probably. If you're the referee and standing like much closer, you'd probably see it, but it's tough to see. It's tough to call back. And then when you look at a replay, you think about natural positioning. It makes sense why they didn't call it. It's not the most egregious non-handball call of the season against San Diego FC.
Yes.
So
yes,
I think you can kind of be okay with that one. The timing of it though is where it's most unfortunate.
Yeah, and so we'll talk a little bit more about the repercussions of that, and we'll see if you agree. We don't do handballs at Snapdragon.
I like that. Yeah, just handball.
It's just allowed. No. Yeah, it's like when you're playing Smash Brothers and you're just taking off the rules. Like 3 Smash balls, it's this handball off.
Yeah. I remember playing with items when I was a kid, and I went to a friend's house. And they were like, "You play with items? Like you stick?" And I was like, "Oh." Me and my one cousin.
I'm sorry, I like to have fun.
I know. Me and my cousin just always used to like doing like the max amount of items you could just have, and just try and use that to beat each other up. But I guess not.
Just really quick, my side of things on it is I'm very well. You know these. You know me. Hopefully, you guys know me by now. I'm very old school, and in terms of how I like my game to run, my game flow. That means the goalkeeper can come out and just decapitate whomever's in his way, and it's a foul on the other guy because you touched the goalkeeper. But in this case, I'm very pragmatic. I'm very to the it is either it is or it isn't. Did the ball make connection with the hand? Yes. I don't care if there was an intent. I don't care if it would have gone backwards for an own goal after hitting the ball. If it hits the hand,
it's a handball. Yeah,
it's a handball.
As a
former goalkeeper, that's part of the cool thing about the gig. You're the only one that gets to touch the ball with your hands.
Yeah.
No one else. And in old times without VAR, that goes no question. That's a goal. Like that's not going to get called back. With VAR and my hatred for it, I mean, make it useful. Make it use it. At least go watch it.
I can't wait till probably next week we'll be able to see the MLS pro ref report where they show them reviewing the games and stuff. So Hopefully they get into that and we'll be able to discuss it next week, because I'd love to hear what the VAR was saying in that moment. And as far as like the amount of stoppage time, like you saw what happened to CJ Dos Santos. Like,
well, yes, but see, I think they're asking for why was it 9 to begin with? The goal was scored on the 14th minute of extra time to tie it up, but then there was 9 minutes to get there. We'll review some of the footage for that. He looked like a Harlem Globetrotter passing the ball off of the arm roll. I like that.
Maybe it was the MLS punishing LAFC for saying like, "Oh, you don't want to play this weekend? Play more."
You know what? I didn't think about that.
It's like, all right, 15 minutes of stoppage.
Marco Dos Santos, you're whining about like not moving your game. You know what? We'll give you a chance to get points.
More
and you're
minutes.
Gonna have to play Son Heung-min. You're gonna have to put him out there. 90 minutes. Go for it. Throw your A game, because it was there. And the fact that the moment that he decided to go for it was in the 80th minute is kind of insane.
Forced him. They forced his hand. Actually,
forced his hand.
This is San Diego FC. They went to Toluca, and they're like, you know what? We had a fun time at Toluca. Those guys were nice, but let's play for them this weekend, and let LAFC be in the match up until that 80th minute. Maybe that's what they were getting at.
Comment section. Let us know who you think or who you are rooting for. I mean, not rooting for, but you know, Toluca or LAFC.
It's good. It's
the team that kicked you out, or LA.
Yeah.
Who do you? They can't just tie and both leave. And the flop from Son that led to the first goal, he flopped worse than Tottenham. Agree with the second part.
Did he curse Tottenham?
Yeah.
You think it was? I think so. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, him. It's ever since he left.
Yeah, that's part of the time. Yeah. Another gaffe of the week, I think.
Jonas Eidevall or this Kennedy Wesley,
just defending, poor defending.
Can't get megged,
and then just through the 5-hole, like it was just atrocious defending. The one goal against San Diego Wave that led this game to
against the one player that can do that to you too.
Like, in the 90, in the 5th minute with 85 minutes to go. Like, Kennedy, Emma's watching. She cleaned it up.
Emma Hayes made a good point though in the media availability that she likes to see her players make mistakes and play not with the national team, because then it teaches her a lot about them. So maybe she liked seeing the reaction from Kennedy and the rest of their game. So it's interesting. But yeah, definitely bad misplay by Kennedy Wesley there, but the whole line is up, so it's like you can't put that much blame on it, I think, but you still have to mention it. And then Didi Heritage, she had a chance to come out too. They don't show it in the broadcast, but we saw it from up above. She was already at the edge of the box.
Yeah.
She technically could have ran for it and tried to clear it. She hesitated a little bit, decided to come back. Like she's at the edge of the box. Starting to move back now on her back feet now, on her heels, and now has to make the save. Stops, now she's trying to make the saves. Legs as wide as possible, trying to get as big as possible to block the shot, but leaves a wide open spot under her to get the shot. So just not great goalkeeper. Like as a goalkeeper, what is this not how you play? Is just
two ways, right? So you already see Didi Heritage right here in the frame. Pull it up. Hopefully you can see her head right there. I'm off the banner. Boom. She's already there, right? She's already sprinting towards the ball. Right now, I think this is a 50-50 that you have to go, because then it's a one-on-one situation and it's essentially a penalty, right? But then when she decides, okay, I'm going to stop, I'm going to track back and start crab walking to the right. The moment this ball goes into your space, you have to run and attack it. You have to go in and respectfully CJ Dos Santos,
break someone's leg.
CJ Dos Santos yourself and go for that. Like and by the way, that was a great save by CJ Dos Santos that got him knocked out of the game. But you just wait for the movement. You're waiting for the shot, and that's a losing position every single time. Wave played a little bit too lax after that and ended up losing 1-0. That crab walk is just deadly. You're just showing 5-hole.
Should have here.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs a better goalie? SDFC or Wave. Well, NWSL may need a goalie just to begin with. See if they can field.
That's a good question. I don't know. I think I would probably say right now.
Wave?
Yeah.
Edie. Luisa is not ready.
Well, we haven't seen her. Maybe she is. We don't know. I mean, they
Jonas
told us Morgan
is
Messner wasn't ready, and Morgan Messner was phenomenal with Portland when she was getting started. So,
Jonas told you with his 11. Though.
Yeah. And yeah, Leah Freeman didn't even make the bench, which is surprising as well. So,
what happened to Leah Freeman? I watched the last game. The last game was Summit was not good from a shot stopping perspective, from a reading perspective. She deserved the bench. She deserved the bench, and yet people are clamoring for the other goalkeeper Durant to be banished into the shadow realm. For sure.
Maybe Jonas Eidevall honorable mention for getting the red card, or maybe I don't know how people feel about that. We'll talk about that when we get to Wave. But.
Yeah, absolutely. I may or may not have an answer for this actually in our SanDiego.FC side of things, but great of the week. I'll leave comment section to decide who the great of the week was. You tell. Great of the week.
Vasquez.
Huh?
Brandon Vasquez.
Brandon Vasquez made his
Coming back from an
return.
ACL injury.
Yay!
I believe it's been a while. How many? I mean, obviously, it take about a year. I think it's a little bit less than a year since he's been out, but he got some minutes there. I don't think he didn't contribute on like the goal scoring front or anything, but good to see him back out there. I think at this point, it's unfortunately maybe too late to get that call up to the U.S. men's national team. If he was playing at like the top level, like we have seen him play, maybe he would get a look from Pochettino. But at this point, I don't think he gets the call up. But either way, I think it's cool to see the Chula Vista native get back into MLS.
I like that.
I saw you pull something up too. I saw this too. I almost went to this.
Did you really?
Yeah. Let's show the people what happened.
The All-American Rejects, American band popularized in the mid to early 2000s, are making a tour of just house parties and
for free as well.
For free,
right?
yeah, just completely for free. And I would kiss. So this is my trajectory. You saw me leave Snapdragon. We both left Snapdragon around the same time after the San Diego Wave game, and got home near like 9 because I had stuff to do. And then I was sitting on John, doom scrolling. I don't follow the All-American Rejects, the band.
They pop up though.
They popped up. And it's like, hey guys, we're looking for a venue. Next reel, 2 hours ago. Hey guys, we found a venue. It's in Alpine. My abode on the weekdays is essentially Lakeside, El Cajon, Santee area. So it was 18 minutes away from me. And I just looked at my girl, I'm like, and she's like, what songs do they sing? And I started Spotifying like this one, and this one, just 4 that I knew. And she's like,
it's enough. Or you
that's
like,
enough. I'm like, you know what?
Why not? Sunday night. Wow, that's cool.
Sunday night. It's in Alpine. It's in a house. We
get there,
close by, park on the side of the road. Parking on the side of the road. We walk all the way
like a
up.
bunch of people there too?
There
parking?
are a lot of people parking on the side. That's literally just windy Alpine roads. Some of the residents were not happy because if you can imagine over 1,000 people
you
trying to
have no idea
on
either.
A Sunday night at 11.
Probably just like, what the hell is happening?
But we get there. There's people in line. It's a legit house, like just a legit house party. And we didn't get in.
Really?
We got there too late. But you can hear them through the bushes, and like it was pretty high. But again, just the experience of like just people like being people. It's like when everybody started playing Pokemon Go. Like it's just like, all right, like what brought us here? I don't know. Like we heard it was a good time.
Everyone just on Instagram.
Yeah,
the same thing happened to you. Like, yeah, I'll go.
And it was a cool little thing. So live a little, people. Do spontaneous things. So the great of the week is All American Rejects. We had a great pop-up concert in a house party tour. So shout out to you guys. Did you hit the keg? Well, it was a school night, guys. It was still a school night, for sure. But all right, with that, goals, gaps, and greats, and we'll talk about some San Diego FC. San Diego FC, el Fútbol Club San Diego, the Tom, what do they call it? Penvitational?
Tom Penn Invitational.
Tom Penn Invitational. If you don't know, Tom Penn, your CEO of San Diego FC, former CEO of LAFC, constructed the club, did the exact same thing for LAFC, created that culture up there, essentially, was one of the puppet masters up there, and now just puppeteered its way down here to recreate that, bring you such great hits as Chucky Mania and all that stuff, Tyler Heaps, and your favorites, and more. San Diego FC was not in a good spot. It has not been in a good spot. In MLS, 5 games without a victory, 5 games just not looking like themselves. Woe is San Diego FC. For sure. We're listening to a Joe Dirtwig in the concert, dude. Like, I can go from a All American Rejects concert to a Dom Kennedy concert to. Do you know who Dom Kennedy is? No, you don't. Damn. Linkin Park, Coldplay, and then just enjoy some Backstreet Boys. I've seen them when they came back, started playing in malls. Anyway. All right, San Diego FC essentially have this matchup against their just rivals who are already whining, complaining, why are we playing in such short consecutive days.
Most other leagues don't do stuff like this. They help the teams out. They switch schedules up. They make it easier. He's asking for like the special treatment from MLS, which it happens across. He is kind of right as far as like what happens in South America, what happens in CONMEBOL, happens. I wouldn't say it happens in England.
I mean, they do move fixtures. It does happen. There is risk scheduling that happens. But again, we're talking, if you're playing Champions League in Europe with the UEFA Champions League, I get the CONCACAF has their own thing and it wants to make it its own thing, but it's not the same. It's just not. Like a Libertadores, I understand the history of it. But it's not in the league's best interest, I think, for the team to do well and eventually get knocked out because it just hasn't been proven.
It's really interesting because it's like it's more caring about the league than the international competition, and everywhere else, the international competition would be a lot cooler to most people, right?
Yeah. And MLS is just, there's such parity. There is just, such a coin toss effect of it where anybody can beat anybody. Anybody can win the championship. We've seen a litany of champions for MLS, and patterns again for Champions League is Mexican teams. Like they're going to win. And I think it's good if MLS team wants to get in there and just break that pattern and just make that rivalry a little hotter. But either way, San Diego FC is also hurting, mainly because they don't have their captain, Yepes Verskov, who, if you were paying attention to again, Maniacs, 2 balls and a mic last week. We told you that he's not coming back until after the World Cup. That's then I guess Apple TV, I wasn't listening on their end, guess confirmed it on air that he's not going to come back. Yeah, so the timeline that we had said here about 4 to 5 weeks kind of checks out. So essentially, you're going to be Yepes for the rest of these 4 matches. And if you listen to what Mikey Vadas has said in training, what he said in post matches, you kind of get the sense of they know that they're going to, circle the wagons and try to get as many points as they can from here on out. But just kind of also understand the context that Yepes Verskov, their best player, isn't there. They're not necessarily healthy. And then you get the look to CJ Dos Santos in net. Duran Free to the bench. And then you see a very similar center back pairing and defensive line. Verhoeven on the right. In the place of Yepes Verskov, you have Aníbal Godoy, who is a captain of Panama, the Panamanian national team, making the World Cup. He's going to play in the World Cup and captain the team there. So he's a natural-born leader. David Vasquez on the right, Valacari on the left, Pellegrino returning as well to the starting lineup, Marcus Varston, and Honors Dreyer, who is playing on his birthday. And I see already people saying Godoy played and filled nicely in that midfield. Yes, but it's a different sazon. Like it's very much like a chef. Like it's everybody has their own seasoning. Everybody has their own juge they give and the way that they play that position. And you can tell that there's differences, but there you can also tell there's similarities in what Anibal is able to do and try to replicate what Yepe does.
Yeah, I think Anibal played a pretty solid match, but I was definitely just coming into it thinking like, all right, no Yepe. How much do things change? Are they different? But they really didn't feel that different. It still felt like San Diego FC. LAFC really didn't feel all that different. I mean, as long as Denny Bouanga is in the match, then it's kind of going to seem the same to me. I haven't watched that much LAFC this year. I definitely have watched more than probably last season, but they're still one of the top teams in the MLS, and they kind of have to keep their form going into a match against the Luca this week. So I was expecting a pretty good match. I think we got a pretty solid match, and it was back and forth. It was fun.
Yeah, and also a rotated squad for LAFC, who do have that midweek competition against Toluca, the team that eliminated San Diego FC in CONCACAF Champions play. Again, Mark Dos Santos was not having it about, hey, you're playing this close with San Diego FC and MLS.
He literally said Mikey by name, which is crazy. It's like, hey, Mikey. I would tell Mikey that we're gonna have a rotated squad.
Yeah, just very poignant and direct as it gets, and it's an interesting, it's an interesting strategy con. We'll see if it pays off, and it actually ended up paying off.
We'll see when it comes to Toluca. You never know.
But I think it paid off here.
Yeah,
because again, you gave that sense of, I told you we were going to play this way. I told you we were going to rotate, and even then, you have a match where San Diego FC needs to throw everything to any game that's forward. It doesn't mean it's against LA. It's just you're hurting. Your team that in spirits, the morale needs to come up with a victory and be able to be yourself and regain that identity that you've been missing, honestly, this entire time. And, San Diego FC does exactly that. I guess I was kind of weighing this in the press box during the match. I'm like, okay, how much do you take stock in this match with how well that they're playing? Because SDFC was playing great. And just kind of also compare it to like, well, you were playing against LAFC's B team. Like, if you're Mikey, extrapolate, hey, we had a great game regardless of competition and quality of the opposite team? Or do you just take it and run? Like, it's a victory. We did well.
I think because LAFC is one of the top teams in the league, and even their B team is better than a lot of like other teams, and they've always been kind of up there in the league and amongst the top competitors, that you can still be proud of a result, even if you do know it is there. And then getting a goal early too, especially taking advantage of maybe it's a defense that's not like accustomed to playing together, so that's kind of why maybe you lose your mark. Marcus Vartson gets a clear header on target. Looks pretty great too. Honestly, that's from this moment I was like, okay, SDFC they calm down. I do believe them when they say that they're not freaking out and they're sticking to their identity and they're very confident in how they're playing, because like getting an early goal like that and just seeing the way that they're playing at home, I thought it looked pretty San Diego FC like.
Yeah, the way that they were defending, the way that they were keeping their shapes together, essentially the three lines, the offense, midfield, and defense, playing very together and keeping all of the players for LAFC in between those lines. They did a great job at doing that. They were opening up in the spaces and creating space when they needed to on a counter. They just were the dominant team for the majority of the match. And you can, again, tell like, okay, well, LAFC isn't playing their best 11. This should be happening. SanDiego FC should be winning 1-0 in this moment. SanDiego FC should be doing these different things. SanDiego FC was doing some of the things that Mikey was asking of the players to do, which to be a little bit more brave, to be a little bit more offensive, to be a little bit more vertical, to use coach speak. And you're seeing crosses and shots from outside the box from Moni Balakari. This is another one where he gets a chance inside the box. Everything was coming up Millhouse for SanDiego FC. But then you just kind of see the game progress. 1-0. SanDiego FC pounces on a ball that LAFC was trying to transition in. LAFC had to control this ball in SanDiego FC's third. They're going to try to rotate the ball all the way back. They go all the way back to Hugo Lloris. Hugo Lloris is going to recycle this all the way to the left, trying to go ahead and start the play through the left wing. Gets anticipated, like we said. Honors Dreyer driving through the middle. Waits. Finds Varston. Controls. Touch. Shot. Great. That's a center forward goal. That's a number 9 goal. That's what Marcus Varston has been doing this entire season.
That's what we expected to see at the beginning of the year when Honors Dreyer and Marcus Varston were so connected and their chemistry looked like it was as good as it's ever been. And I think this is the ideal, not the ideal because it kind of comes in transition, but like this is a great version of when you have these two forwards playing up together. This is how they're going to score and this is how they're going to like punish other teams. But ultimately, it doesn't work out. And understanding, as nice as we've been to SanDiego FC this entire match and saying like, hey, you're playing well. With the context of being winless through your last 8 matches before this, now 9 with this result, you can't give up 2 goals to LAFC at home. It is very just like disheartening, disappointing, just like it's so tough for a team to do that. That's been on such a tough run lately. And now it just continues to run.
And it does. SanDiego FC was doing everything correctly. And then Marc Dos Santos kind of smells it in the air. He's like, you know what? This game does need Son Heung-min out there. I need some starters out there. This is an attainable match. SanDiego FC is going to get comfortable with 2-0. They're not going to have, and again, this is if they were doing their scouting as, professional teams should. This team is hurting in the back. It's just a matter of sticking to it, being diligent, tire them out, and then they're going to make their substitutions, and then that's when we're going to strike. When the team in there has a feel for the match, then you throw in your game changers. That's the word game changers is now substituting substitutes and substitutions because that's kind of what it is. These are the players that come in and legitimately change the entire tenor of the match. And for SanDiego FC and LA Galaxy, it ended up being Son Heung-min and a couple of other starters as well. Just trying to I'm gonna share screen. Stop sharing screen. 77th minute, LA, matriculating through. They're going to go ahead and find a pass. That's going to go ahead and be taken by Son Heung-min. And then Aníbal Godoy fouls Son Heung-min Son.
Yeah, he definitely sells it for sure, but it's still a foul.
Yes, correct. Let's take this step by step. Was this a foul, chat? Yes. Like I shouldn't hear anybody disagree with that concept. Foul. Here we go. Quote foul. What part of this isn't a foul? We'll see the other replay, the other replay angle. McVeigh does excellent there. He dispossesses Sonny. Great. He waits for him. He's patient. He takes the ball from underneath him. Aníbal Godoy is then left with the ball right there, and then pass. That angle doesn't look so bad.
He pushes him in the neck in that angle. What are you talking about?
No. But you don't see the 3D effect of it. The
Dude,
depth
great stop by McVay, like you say.
Yes, like that's the part where it's just so disheartening because San Diego FC was doing everything right the entire time. You have McVay patiently waiting, stalking. This
is the type of stuff that you show like kids learning the game. Like sometimes there's gonna be someone that's obviously better than you, but on defense, sometimes all you have to do is just wait for it. Wait for it to come to you. He's like he's standing perfectly in the athletic stance, like waiting for it to come. And then just get the ball away and let your teammate help you, right?
Yes.
That's what he does. You gets the ball away from him, and now Godoy should either clear it to another teammate or move the ball up so he can get away from Son.
Correct. And again, just like you're mentioning, the form, your face is heading the player. You have your eyes on the ball, not the legs, not the mono, not the human being. Ball. You have your ankles turned opposite because if Son chooses to go left or right and try to take you on, you can just turn your shoulders and you're already there. That's just fundamental defending, but then picks the pocket.
Get in the way.
Excellent. Let me shield you, whoever's next to me, because somebody should be next to me. Let me shield you.
Giving you a second.
You have two players there. Dua, all right, cool, we're good. But then Godoy, and then right there.
Boom, clear. Oh, why is your arm up? Oh, let's push you in the neck.
No need for that. And
especially that close to the box.
You had done everything right.
This is the type of player that Eidevall Godoy is, though, and 100%. I think that's you take these kind of plays over the course of a game.
100
because of how much of a factor he can play on defense, you know?
And then it's this moment where if he's not the captain, it's different. But he is.
Yeah.
He has to be able to just lock in there, get everybody in line, be the first one on the wall. You know it's going to be a dangerous chance. Yeah, you're arguing, mouth off on the wall. Son Heung-min tries to go ahead and be cheeky with it and score quickly. But again, keep an eye on the clock. 77th, 78th minute. 77. And he's fouled.
Yeah.
This whole sequence, there's no free kick until, because they're still arguing. 80th minute. All right. 3 minutes right there.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens in this play? Son Heung-min, boom, pacatalas. On the side / ear / head / upper area of Eidevall Godoy. Eidevall goes down. Sana colita de rana. Gamesmanship. You're in the 80th minute. You're up 2-0. In your mind, in theory, there's only 10 minutes left. So you just, do the dark arts. It's what you do. But with the dark arts, unfortunately, it's a double-edged sword because, yeah, you're cutting off your time, but then, you're also on the back end now in modern football, they're going to add that.
Yeah.
They're going to add whatever is happening.
You get hit in the head. You must know at this point now. We saw this in Wave as well. You get hit in the head, you're coming off the pitch.
Yeah. And
it happens to Godoy. And I think it's the right move generally in soccer now that someone gets any sort of head injury in contact, you take them off for their own safety. And it doesn't hit him that hard, but when you sell it like that, you have to get off the field, right?
Yeah, and you know what? That's fine because health and safety. This is modern football. That's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Any head injury, obviously safety of the players.
I mean, I think I've heard Taylor Twellman talk about head injuries and concussions and how much it's impacted him in his life. And you don't think about it a lot from soccer players. You think about it more in football or boxing and real contact sports and stuff. But head injuries are scary, man. Yeah, so it's important to take these seriously.
You'll hold that warning for 20 minutes from this play for head injuries. Yeah. Looking at Godoy pushes the neck and Son grabs his face. Okay, that's fine. You still made contact with the player. I don't care if it's chest. Don't touch the guy.
Yeah.
I think it's the extension. If you want to stiff arm him, that's fine, but have the stiff arm. He pushed, and that just makes it a foul. All right, but they didn't score.
Yeah,
they didn't score. You did your job. You protected the net with your body. You put your body on the line. Great. What happens? Well, you have to come off. As we're saying, still getting looked at. Chris McVay's having a laugh. Everybody's in great spirits. We're winning 2-0. LAFC need to regroup. I don't know, and I think this is where let me just take a look back. It becomes a ball for LAFC because San Diego obviously had an injury timeout, essentially.
This is normal, especially depending on who gets possession.
But I'm trying to think, where does the ball go? It goes back to...
There you go. Boom.
Okay, cool. So it does go back after Godoy got smacked. It does go back to LAFC.
And LAFC should get possession back.
Yeah, that's fine. Great. Okay, just wanted to check. They have that. Godoy comes out, and then in that moment, Son Heung-min and company know that there is a giant space in that midfield, and in the giant space in the midfield, that's exactly where LAFC is going to be surgical with it. Pass here, pass there. There's going to be a gap, and you can see it right. You can see it right there, where the referee is. The referee should be Eidevall Godoy.
Is the Tony Strader gonna? Can the Tony Strader show us?
The Tony Strader is actually broken because OBS is being dumb.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
glad I just came up. I feel like we haven't called it the Tony Strader before.
Oh,
I like that.
I like it too.
We're gonna call it the Tony Strader.
I wish I had the Tony Strader, but unfortunately, it's in the.
There's a circle around the referee here.
Yeah, if you're watching, the yellow dude in yellow should be Eidevall Godoy in theory, because he's not taken out.
Yeah,
here's a
Son
pass.
got no one in front of him. Mm-hmm. Leaves Bouanga open, and then CJ doesn't make the greatest move to his near post.
All right, CJFC. Explain that. Explain it.
It's the one mistake in a 82nd minute of a match. It happens. He's got rust.
It's the same people that are saying, "Oh well, Duran this and Duran, had an error here and he had an error there." In Portland, he could have gotten scored on twice, but he didn't on a mistake. You have to be fair, and I'm removing myself from being a Duran stan or whatever. Goalkeeping 101, you protect your near post.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You protect your near post, and then our buddy Scott French actually was like, Bouanga's going to do that. He's known to take those shots in those tight spaces. So not only is it poor form, it's poor scouting by CJ, knowing that Bouanga is known to do that. He's known to go near post in those situations, drive all the way down, and essentially just pass it in. He gave way too much space close to his first post. And the thing about it too is that, he has to protect for the cross, right? There's 3 LAFC players, including Bouanga, in the box to the 5 SDFC players. That's not supposed to happen. It happens, right? Situationally, Godoy's absence, everything that happened before then, SanDiego FC kind of got the short end of it. Godoy comes out. This is what I liked about the Walmart game of the week. They had cool angles for all of this, and 2-1 in the 83rd minute.
At this point in the stadium, how are you viewing this? Are you thinking to yourself, here a draw's on its way, or that's how you felt?
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily feel that way. I thought, hey, it's 2-1. You can still.
I'll tell you why. Because
solidify. It's an Eidevall Godoy off the pitch moment. You can say to yourself, they were better than they were doing better than this in the rest of the match. So they can take a second here.
Because I'll tell you that in the what would it have been? In the 67th minute, you don't have Luca Bombino out there. And then you substitute in the 80-something minute Marcus Invartsen. for Wilson Eisner. That's going to be later. But that move also kind of told me like, ooh, they're going to stop doing what they were doing great the entire game, which is being offensive, keeping possession, having a high press, having Marcus be the first defender. Instead, because of your injury situation, because of your of the players available, you have to take out Luca Bombino. I don't think people should be worried about Luca Bombino. He is coming back and recovering from an injury. He did signal for a substitution from a couple of things that I heard. It's just calambres.
And if you're SDFC, knowing who Luca Bombino is and the attention he's drawn overseas as far as a player you could potentially sell in the very near future, you need to protect a player like that who becomes like an asset that you really like want to sell.
So it wasn't that Mikey wanted necessarily to go and switch the defensive line so much, because then you have to switch to Ian Pilcher in the middle. You throw Chris McVeigh over to the right, Manu Dua still in the middle, and Verhoeven. No, yes, you still had him up.
Yeah.
But essentially, you know, it was out of necessity for people calling for Mikey's head at this point. There's a context. It's 2-1. Then San Diego FC just seemed like they gave up. It seemed like they were just trying to survive. And this is where I'll push back to anybody or any notion of saying that it was. Well, we'll play it right now. It's unfortunate what does happen a couple minutes later. Bouanga being dangerous, being the person that was creating the most for San Diego FC.
And for anyone saying like 9 minutes stoppage time, we basically showed you like 7 minutes right there.
Yes, right there.
Of this, the whole Sun going down, then Godoy going down. That was about 7 minutes.
Yeah. And tack on 2 minutes from earlier in the game, a couple of injuries here, a substitution there. Like, unfortunately, as much as I would hate to agree with the 9 minutes, I see where they got that. It's still shocking when we come from
in your brain. It's like 4 minutes is crazy.
Yeah,
it used to be like, whoa, 4?
I remember in like FIFA 11, they used to have just pictures of stadiums and just ambiance. One of them was like just a dramatic picture, because it's dramatic, of the fourth official holding 7 minutes. And it was like, oh, what fucking legendary game was this that required 7 minutes of added time? But okay, so that's that, right?
Yeah.
9 minutes added time. Unfortunately, what happens later in the game, around the 94th minute, Bouanga and Cide Dos Santos get involved in a collision.
Soccer gods are cruel in some ways.
100%.
Of all players to get involved in a collision, a head injury, obviously it comes with the territory of being a goalkeeper, but to see that happen to Cide Dos Santos, for me, I was just like, oh, this sucks, man.
Yeah.
Because you care about the human being. You hear about
100%.
You heard about him like going through it, especially last year, the way he talked about it in his exit interview, like as far as like a legitimately scary thing as far as him not wanting to lose his eye, basically. You know?
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
100%.
So to see something like this again, especially in his first game back of the season, it's just really, really unfortunate. Good thing that they pulled him off. Because remember when in that last
they kept him on.
They kept him on. So to see him come off is like, okay, man, take him off. Let him hope he's doing better. And it's now we'll see where they go in the future for goalkeepers right now. I don't really know how much they're going to change. Probably stick with Duran, I think, because of just the way this game ended. But it's really unfortunate to see. And then a lot of time is going to be taken off the clock because of it.
100%, because again, concussion protocol, making sure players safe. It's CJ's style, bro. He goes all out and all for nothing. 100%. And even Darren on the actual broadcast was like, oh, that means he tiene los huevos. And I was like, hey, there you go, güerito. But yeah, no, and he does. And I don't want to take that away from anybody. However,
I love when goalkeepers like that, man. They're scary.
There is a technical oversight with the way that CJ attacks the ball. CJ and we've seen it, unfortunately, and I can say this now because there's data of so many times he's been hit in the head and in the face. Doesn't necessarily come out the best way that one would be taught, right? So you have him come out here. He's gonna attack the ball. He's going for the ball, and again, fundamentally sound, 100%, great job. But what you're supposed to kind of do with that right hand, he's trying to just paw it out. He's not trying to catch the ball. He's not trying. He just wants
to grab it.
He's just trying to touch the ball in some way so it'll deflect and it'll go off of the player, just somewhere to it not go in the box. You're already here. Wong is going to score. He's going to chip it over you or whatever, but like you have to attack the ball. The left arm has to, and I hate that Tony Schrader isn't on. I think you can see my mouse. The left arm, instead of going this way, the left arm needs to be shielding his head this way. And that way you create on this time.
Okay, here's
so the way that
the left arm's supposed to be
you're
like
the ball. You're Bwanga.
Okay.
You're driving, right?
Okay.
If you come out with the ball, you're trying to do this. Instead, you have to put this arm up here because if you chip the ball, it's easier for me to just deflect it out. But you're also shielding your face.
Okay.
The way that CJ, and this is the way that he does come out, and this is why he gets hurt. Not why he gets hurt, but this is just part of the fundamentals that you're kind of taught. Vas a salir, come out with everything, but you have to protect yourself. Right? He does the stop. He does the save. He does the
boom,
hard thing. He right there. Great job, CJ. Just world-class stuff.
Stoppage time save, and then.
But then you have to protect yourself. And if that means that the knee goes into his groin, into whatever, and if it's your teammate, whatever, whoever's in that collision, pobrecito, but you just kind of have to look in those moments. And Monday morning quarterback for sure. Monday morning goalkeeping for sure. But again, there's been times
Denis Bwanga is one of the best players in the league as well, so it's so tough to do. But it's scary though. I think people are making good points when you talk about like the Tua thing and just when it comes to concussions.
And he was already wearing a mask. That
you're already wearing a mask. When you have head injuries in the past, you just get that much more of a spotlight on you. And when you make decisions like this and we have plays like this, so I really just hope for the best for CJ because it's just scary to be involved in stuff like this.
I hope you guys enjoyed that recreation.
That was
recommend
to see the ball.
We know ball. You saw the behind the scenes of that. And I lost the ball somewhere in the garage.
Disappeared in the garage.
I noticed that CJ has been punting the ball more than usual, which is not a usual thing we do with the right to dream style. Will Duran add more of a clearance to his game, you think? Well, here's the thing. Like we've been talking to you about CJ not starting because not necessarily 100% physically. Like he was there with the mask. It should have been okay. This is still a freak accident. These are still things that happen. But the confidence aspect and I think you can see that in moments where sometimes the team would look to the goalkeeper and Duran and restart play. They didn't necessarily have that trust in him. Yes, there is that veteran presence in the back. And I know Craig on the Chromaniacs and actually with Ben and Woods this morning, is also saludos, Craig. Kind of on that. Hey, I like seeing CJ back there. It's that veteran presence. You can tell the defense is a little bit more calm. Yes, you gain something, but you also lose something.
What do you lose?
You lose the confidence of the player himself. Because Duran definitely, as many mistakes as he made, as many just unfortunate, almost amateur mistakes that he makes as a 19-year-old, the saving aspect was still there, and his team did trust him. They trust him with the ball. They trust him to recycle because they know that his attributes with the ball at his feet are better than CJ's. On the short term, look at the numbers. The 52nd percentile of all goalkeepers in MLS for important saves, important shots saved. Forget the actual name of the stat, but he wasn't bad. He was not great. He had moments. CJ had moments in this match. Absolutely. And I think had this not happened, you would have seen CJ Dos Santos starting against Seattle, but you're not. you're not going to see CJ for a couple of weeks. So
World
just
Cup, you think?
couple again. Hey, show that the insider listened to. He will be out for a couple of weeks. And so that leaves Duran on an island, not just moving forward, but in this game too, because he does have to come in later in the match, and we'll finish off the highlights here and talking about it. But that just leaves a very interesting situation. Pablo is not ready to go. He is nowhere near ready to go. CJ is not going to be match fit for at least the next couple of matches.
They're gonna have to sign somebody, or they're gonna have to call up Right to Dream Academy.
You have options, right? You have the Right to Dream Global Network. That you can go into.
Are you gonna
emergency?
Tell Manu Dua?
He knows how to handle for sure. We've seen him.
We've seen him use hands on the line
for sure. But that's essentially fair, that's essentially what happens here. And again, I hope all the best. It's so disheartening to see just a player go down in such a way. But guess what? There's still a match to be played.
Yeah.
103rd minute, 9 minutes added. All the momentum's with LA. All the momentum is there. Tired legs. You throw in just elite MLS talent, fresh legs. You create chaos. Duran is now in there. He's coming in cold, which is not ideal. I would love for, just like Monday morning goal kept. I would love to hear people tell me Monday morning goalkeeper for you where CJ stops that. No perder la máscara. It's not like Vega from Street Fighter, dude. Like it's not. He's gonna lose his mask with contact. Like it's a state of the art mask, but even a state of the art mask is not designed to get a knee to the cranium, to the nose.
And they
for sure.
And they like customized it too, so he can have better vision. Right? I remember him telling us that last year.
Yeah. No. And
so to like get full peripheral vision, they cut out a piece of it. So
yeah,
it's not the complete like basketball style mask either. So
just getting through.
I don't know what Duran can really do in this goal either. Like anytime there's like a corner kick, other than like completely jump and try and punch it away, he really is not able to do much there. Just tired legs. LAFC smells blood in the water and are able to put away a final goal. So it's tough for San Diego, but when you're at this moment, it's like, all right, man, let's just try and pack up the bags.
Yeah. So corner kick comes out. Questionable, controversial, no handball call. Every San Diego FC player is calling for a handball. I would call for better defending before a handball as the
shouldn't get ahead
observer.
On that like that. Yeah.
Shouldn't get ahead on that. There should never be 3 moments of contact inside of the small box. Yeah, it's in a split second, but and I will say, okay, cross comes in, McVeigh doesn't measure it right. He tries his best. In between 2 players, ball goes off the hand, ricochets right in the front. I would argue as well, again, come off your line, Duran. Put your body there. Like you're on your line. You're giving the goal scorer the most amount of space to have the biggest chance for a shot. Just come out and make him a little bit uncomfortable. He just goes to the side trying to protect his goal, but by that point it's already too late. 2-2. LAFC ties the match, and I'll be honest with you, it looked like it was going to be 3-2. I was prepared to just switch everything that I had, because I almost did, going into the press conference with Mikey Varas about what I was going to ask him. Like, hey, you guys did this in a great way. Tell me more about this, the development. Do you take stock in the fact that it was not LAFC's best for their 90 minutes? No. Out the window. Tie. Feels like a loss. Incredible stuff. And I still think it's a net positive. I still think it's a net positive only because you were positive on the points that you got compared to the last 5 games.
1 point. Yeah. I guess you could say that, but with the context of how you've played in the last 9 games, and just having 2 goals up in the 70th minute, it's a really tough look. And I think they're going to stick with Mikey Varas, and barring these 4 matches you completely spiraled, then maybe they could see a change. Because if you're ever going to make a change, it would be during a international window, World Cup break. You could make a change, but I don't think they're at that point right now.
Yeah.
At most, maybe you get a statement from the club or something. That's probably what MLS teams like to do or have done in the past.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think you move forward with what you got, and you know, realize and realize the moment that you're living, that you've been telling us that you've been living for the past 5-6 matches, and
you got injuries.
Live in your reality, and own up to the reality that you have put yourself into, right? Supposedly this was a very deep team. Granted, injuries. Granted, shortened off season. You had to start CONCACAF Champions League 3 weeks earlier than you would have liked. Those injuries caught up to you, but now you're coming on the other side of it. In that process, because of what you had to do, you lose Yepe. You redlined him and potentially put him in a risk of injury. He got injured. You're not going to see him until after the World Cup. You have a couple games left in MLS. But
talk about people that are going to be super used. Aníbal Godoy at the World Cup, is somebody that's going to put every single piece of his body and soul
into that World Cup
game.
Yeah. And I think too, asking him to do a lot is very dangerous, and I would never question the professionalism of anybody, of any player, but that has to be in the back of his mind. I can't get injured before the World Cup.
Yeah.
The man has a tattoo on his right arm for it. Like he's the captain of a team that's playing in the World Cup. Like, I can't imagine just the toll that would take on a player to miss that.
Marcelo Ruiz is freaking playing on a torn ACL.
You have, World Cups past, the poor Marco Reus, who played great in Dortmund and all these years and never got on a World Cup roster due to injury. And it just sucks, right? But from there are a couple positives for sure. I want everybody to hear a little bit of the post match. Did you hear any of this
from this game? No, from Mark Dos Santos.
When we had the ball, too many long balls, a lot of things like that. It's not that SanDiego was really dangerous, but we were never dangerous. In the second half, I think when we started to take a little bit of a grip on the game, we conceded a very bad second goal. I just told the guys the second goal, it's a very bad goal from us. A long pass, a distance far from each other with a guy behind the back.
Sounds like Jonas Eidevall.
Sounds, let's see, no sound? That was great stuff.
Yeah.
Let me know if there was no sound on that, just because we need to make sure that there is sound.
Did you have it added to the screen?
Very low.
It was very low. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
basically, he said...
hold on. No, because there's something that I would love for everybody to hear from there.
A lot of things like that. It's not that SanDiego was really dangerous.
They weren't really dangerous.
The guys that came on, we had some X amount of minutes in our head that was good amount for today. But the guys that came on brought an amazing energy, all of them.
And the people who came on had amazing energy. That's human, son.
You guys know who came on. All of them brought an amazing energy.
Everybody brought amazing energy.
Again, I reinforced the resilience of the group.
Trust me, it's worth it.
We're a group that has 18 games in about 2 months. And
complains about the amount of games.
In 18 games, we lost 2. We're in the semifinal of Champions League. We keep grinding, pushing, and our guys have
We're great. We're doing great in LA.
Mindset, and that's important.
Oh, come on.
106 minutes
So,
in the end.
Josh, it's hard for me when it comes to being SanDiego. It's a kind of a rival, right?
It's kind of a rival. I like that.
Because they're close to us.
Just because they're
maybe
close.
Not at the level of the Galaxy, of course, but it's
At the level of the Galaxy.
It's going to be a
a rivalry.
rivalry that's going to grow. You don't want to come to this game and just throw it away. So you're kind of in between that. You want to get a good result here, but you also have to be very responsible of what's coming ahead on Wednesday.
Okay.
Once you're
weighing it in,
it's
last.
hard. We'd like to go to every game 100%.
I hope it's here, please.
I think I made it very
I'm tired of
clear
your
what I
silky
thought
voice.
about the schedule, so I'm never gonna go back there again. I already said it very clearly. So look,
Where is it?
you have to highlight a lot the positive things. It shows
Taking that bus right back up to LA, feeling positive, put out
like really beating ourselves too much.
Essentially, I can't wait. I need to find it.
We'll find it. I'm sure somebody
I'll
will
find it. But
619 Soccer probably has
essentially,
it.
Mark says that as soon as that second goal went in, Snapdragon just became silent,
Hmm.
and that they shut everybody up. Here we go. Here we go. So he's talking about the lead up.
feeling
There we go.
positive, looking forward versus like we just put out immense effort here. And we
Great
don't get
effort.
anything for it.
Yeah,
How are
one.
those- what do
Yeah,
those margins mean?
yeah. It means a lot. Look, we wouldn't be going to LA with really beating ourselves too much up, because we know the circumstances also. But of course, to get a tie so late in the game and the positivity about the attitude and the mindset of the guys, the support of our fans,
The support of the
support
32
of our fans at minute 90 when there was the injury time, when the ref showed the fourth official showed the time. I felt a very silent stadium here apart from our fans. So there was a belief
Ooh.
from our group and from our fans that we could tie.
So what he said is that when the injury time went up for 9 minutes,
It got quiet.
Snapdragon got absolutely quiet.
Is this how you experienced it?
Absolutely quiet. And 32-52 just kept going and going. And that's what he said. And you know what? Obviously, you're going to talk up your own fans for sure. Around that time is when they start doing the final clap. So
People do it and then they leave.
they leave. That
That
in
definitely
itself
I see that all the time.
takes the air out of the stadium for good
That's
or
true.
for worse. But there you go. I mean, it just LAFC's head coach is calling you guys quiet.
Oh shit! I almost
Quiet.
knocked this over.
That they were just enjoying their time. They knew that was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. I left the 80th minute thinking we had the bag. Well,
I like the honesty.
Yeah, that's fine.
It happens.
It happens. For sure.
Stuff.
All right. So
Mark Dos Santos didn't think so. He heard you leave and realized, hey, it got quiet.
Never seen anybody leave right after the thunderclap. Well,
Not in Frontera for
before.
sure.
No, not from Frontera.
In the stands, you can definitely tell there are areas that kind of clear out a little bit, and the matches haven't been as well attended as they were last season. It's an LA match, so it was definitely like 30,000. How many announced? 30,000 or something?
At BMO?
No, here it's at Snapchat.
Oh, how many fans were there?
Yeah,
announced.
I'll look
it up. Not a fan of the 90th minute thunderclap. Would rather it be at the start of the second half. You actually, there's a lot of people that have that similar sentiment. Notes to be had potentially for Frontera. I mean, it's a great tradition. But then you do a thunderclap at the 90, and then
you do it after the game. Too?
After the game, like that. That's where I'm.
Three
like,
thunderclaps.
Yeah,
is that too many thunderclaps?
It's sort of a rivalry. I mean, they haven't beat us. Yeah, they haven't beat San Diego FC. An LA team has not beat a team in MLS from San Diego.
It's true.
Period. That is still a
Something
fact.
to hold.
For sure. But it did
San Diego FC, by the way.
in MLS.
MLS.
A team from San Diego in MLS.
A
Because
San Diego MLS team, because LAFC and LA Galaxy have both beaten the USL team that used to be here.
yes, but the USL team didn't play in MLS.
Yeah, there's the qualifier. 28,459, by the way, announced attendance. It looked like it was that much on television.
Which kind of is silly then whenever they announce 26, when in reality it's more like 22. Like you can kind of tell, like, come on, guys. All right. So let's hear a little bit. And I know people have already heard it. And have you heard this already?
El Mikey Varas.
Head coach Mikey Varas. You already heard a whisper, a soft whisper from Dos Santos. He almost, I don't know who you know, if you know Werner Herzog is. He kind of sounds like that same tonality, just a different accent than Werner Herzog. Yeah, Mikey.
Thank you for your time, Mikey. How could you categorize today's performance, both in the first half and the second half? And then tactically, what were the changes closer to that 80th minute mark that you asked of your team?
I would say that the first 80 minutes were really good. I think we were really pretty much where we've been at when we've been at our best. And we weren't able to get a third goal, but we're up 2-0. Complete control of the game, and the boys showed a really great step in the right direction to who we want to be. And then things get a little bit difficult for us around that 80th minute. Of course, there's a bunch of things that happen in this game that are outside of our control, that have to do with refereeing decisions, and we end up getting scored on. And then, of course, you have the situation with CJ having to come out, and we conceded a goal late. And of course, we're going to look in the mirror in terms of really pushing ourselves to be able to finish a little bit stronger. But I think the guys left everything out on the pitch. They played with a lot of heart, a lot of passion. I think we showed a lot of quality tonight. And the only change that happened tactically was we thought when Bombi had to come out, just because of the profiles of the players we have, we decided to go with 5 in the back to make sure that we could provide a little bit of assistance with the balls in behind. And overall, I think we did a pretty good job. But this is a brutal business, and we were a little bit we got the wrong side of the razor thin margins in terms of winning the game. But what I would say, it's a really important step. We got a point. That's a very worthwhile point right now to get us building some momentum in the right direction against a very good team.
And obviously, Yeppe, with him being out, Eidevall has to step into that role. What can you tell me about the way that the team performed without Yeppe Sverskov and stepping up in those moments and keeping their shapes?
Yeah, we talked about it as an opportunity for players to step up, for Eidevall to step up in terms of putting a little bit of his stamp on the team from a leadership perspective. I think he did a great job. Also, some young players are going to get even more opportunity. So David getting a start, and I think he had a pretty good game. And Alejandro being able to get back in and starting to gain some minutes. And then ultimately, I think it's a great opportunity for the team to show this next man up mentality that we've been developing since day one. That will be a huge hallmark of the club for the long run. And I think we did a really good job of that.
Softball questions, according to some people in the chat.
My meniscus hurt. I would love to hear what your question would have been. Keeping in mind, and this is kind of the thing that we have to kind of keep in mind in these moments, is just we essentially have to play jujitsu with the coaches.
Do we?
Because in a way, because
I
hey
think
Mikey, how did the game go? Oh, I thought it was a good performance. And the performance was good. So the way that I was actually talking about this with some of our pals, with Dimitri, I'm like, I know he's going to talk about performance. So let me get ahead of it. Hey, Mikey, what were the different, kind of the performance here, but also the performance there. Like, what about those performances? Because if not, he was just going to talk about, oh, we had a great performance. We looked alive. We got a point. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's still what he did. But
it forced him to talk about the entire match.
Exactly.
And not just be like, yeah, the end was bad, but blah, blah, blah. He talked about the whole thing. And I think that's a good job on you to get him that. And something else that not to be like the weird, something I learned in journalism school, but
I wish you did that more. I'm not going to lie.
You should never, or it's important to not try to win the press conference. It's not about you. It's about what the story is of the team and the game and the sport that you're covering. And while for you and for the people maybe watching, it's like, you want to hear Mikey get the people getting contentious with Mikey. There's 9-match win list. It's tough, blah, blah, blah. We want to hear the story of the game and what happened. And I think you got that. And I think you got those answers. And then as the press conference goes on, if you guys want to watch on SanDiego.Futbol, you get some more answers, some more maybe contentious questions, I guess, a little bit. But I think it's important to realize, like, as much as we have been a part of this story and be doing the whole thing, 2 balls in the mic, getting these like credentials for the World Cup, it's important to view ourselves as important parts of this. And as journalists, you do have to develop credibility and stuff. It's also important to realize, hey, man, it's not about you. You know, it's about the game. It's about.
So here's the rebuttal question that my meniscus would have asked. And I'll try to answer it as Mikey or any coach.
I'll ask, hey, Mikey, things haven't seemed to work out. Do you contribute to that to team chemistry or individual mistakes?
I think what you can see is that we're sticking to our identity and we are coming back up and playing and keeping possession of the ball and just making sure that we're working hard. And you can see that we were working hard for 80 minutes and it's not on any individual. I think the team themselves know that they have to go ahead and play it collectively as a collective unit. And so we just didn't do that for the past 80 minutes.
And these guys know that, and they know,
and these guys know that.
Cohesive.
I know that. I know. And I think I think I'm even adding more than Mikey would say at that point to that question. So, I mean, it's fine. I actually like this.
Yeah. Thank you. My meniscus hurt.
Yeah. We'll answer. What other questions do you guys have?
No, I don't want to.
No, it's fine.
We gotta start talking about some wave here because you're not match winless. You got a matchup against Seattle, another West Coast team. It's gonna be another tough matchup. I don't know what I expect from SDFC in this one either. You got Eidevall starting. You still kind of a question in goalkeeper, like you said. Who's your fourth goalkeeper now, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, because TJ and Pablo both out, don't really know what to expect there. How healthy is the defense still? Luca Bombino probably going to get a start again, but it's going to look a little weird. I expect I wouldn't be surprised with another draw, but a win on the road in Seattle is going to be tough.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a tough matchup. We'll have a little bit more preview too on Thursday with the Cromaniacs. I would ask him what we're going to do for another DP. Well, you can ask Tyler Heaps, and whenever I have a chance,
he'll be like, "That's sporting director. That's not my job." Even though he does have a say, I believe.
Why Dreyer wanted to press, but Godoy wanted to park the bus. Miscommunication. I mean, offensive player wants to offense. Defensive player wants to defense. Yeah, miscommunication there, but ultimately the team ended up conceding that goal.
Yeah, it's tough.
You have a microphone on the table.
Did I catch that?
1000%.
Has been catching it this whole time.
The whole time.
You didn't tell me that.
I thought you would hear it here.
No,
whatever you hear here.
I haven't heard it. Are my ears messed up? Maybe. I don't know. I need to put the.
We need Chiva back in the mix. No,
we do.
Chiva would have been punted. But yeah, it would have been fine. Well, we have another chance to ask him. For sure. We have the Right to Dream manual, page 22. For sure.
Page 22. Wonder who's on page 22. Number 22. Anyways, sorry.
You meant 11. Yeah, 11 times 2.
Didn't Chucky used to wear number 22?
He did.
Was that Mexico?
Mexico.
My bad. Scored. I saw him on a poster in TJ this weekend. I mean, this morning.
Selling you cell phones?
I think so. Or it was like,
yeah.
I think it was like fruit or cell phone. I don't know. It seemed like, was it a Calimax? I don't know.
Fruit, cell phone, some sort of fruit company?
No, not that. I saw him on a poster, and I was just like, oh, hey, he's still here. I haven't seen him on many posters in San Diego. Or actually, I have.
I'm actually really
I've
excited.
been seeing a lot more posters of Chucky in San Diego lately.
I'm really excited. Yeah, a lot more. I'm excited to get our Panini album because we're gonna open packs here, and Chucky Lozano is gonna come up for sure.
I do. By the way, Philippe, I do think Godoy will once again be captain.
Yes.
I don't think anyone else is wearing the captain's armband outside of Yepe and Godoy. Can't think of anyone off the top of my head. Maybe McVeigh. It was McVeigh, right? Yeah, maybe give it to McVeigh. Honors Dryer feels like he should wear it too, but
3-3 from Sounders, SDFC, yeah, maybe. And one step at a time. That's what I've been saying. One step at a time. These are baby steps. You got a point out of from 0. So good stuff. There. Juan Aguilar. Another night was seeing Tony. Hi. Tony stepped up and walked away. Had to play it cool. Oh, act like you've been there.
That's cool.
Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and move over to talk some San Diego Wave FC. San Diego Wave FC. So San Diego Wave FC and San Diego FC were riding opposite sides of the lightning. One was getting struck by the lightning, just couldn't get away from it, and the other one was absolutely on pace to just have an incredible, potentially record-breaking run, as we wrongfully, incorrectly predicted here last week for San Diego Wave. They did not in fact go 8 games unbeaten or with a victory.
We should start with Portland, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So midweek match against Portland. You're going to Providence Park. It's a three games within a week. Technically, it's like 8 days, but they kind of have been saying 3 games a week. It's 8 days, but altitude, so you can say it's a week. But you got a tough matchup against the Portland Thorns, who at this time were second place in the NWSL standings. So 1 versus 2, no matter what, it's going to be a fun matchup. A lot of people were looking forward to it, reaching out to me in the NWSL circles, being like, what do you got? What do you got? Who do you think? And I was just like, man, it's NWSL, man. Coin flip. You never know. Anything can happen. And that is actually funny because technically the circle of parity has officially been finished. I don't know if you follow this. It's something where everybody
beats everybody,
has beaten everybody. So because Portland beat San Diego in this game, the circle has been truly completed. But good, I think, pretty solid lineup. What you expect from San Diego Wave, Jonas Eidevall. This is like the ideal starting 11 right now without Kat Macario. As once she comes back, then I think she'll take a spot in this lineup at somewhere. But Dudini on the left wing, Ludmila up in the 9, Ascanio on the right, Lorena Facer, Kenza Dali, Leah Godfrey in the midfield. Then you got Pearl Maroney on the left side, Mima Van Zanten on the right side, and then Kennedy Wesley and Chris McNabb at your center backs, and Leah Freeman in goal.
Oof. Potentially the last time we see Leah Friedman in goal as a starter. We'll see, because she did not have the best of matches here midweek. San Diego Wave, you kind of see, the trajectory that they've been playing. They've been playing really well. They've came back in amazing fashion against Denver in altitude. So there's a lot of energy output in that match. So to ask them to go and face the number 2 was going to be a difficult situation. But nonetheless, I thought they would have had a better showing as well. But, clearly, as Emma Hayes says, Jonas has found a style. This team has found a style. They found an identity, and they're going to go ahead and move forward with it. Unfortunately, that identity is not necessarily yielding goals outside of, really capitalizing on mistakes. In Denver, you get an own goal that turns a draw into a win. But on that final third, you're not really seeing it. And then in transition moments, you're also kind of stuck in no person's land. A goal that should have been saved by Freeman, just the positioning. Great thought, great idea to take the shot from that area of the pitch. But you just have to do better if you're Friedman with positioning as well.
Yeah, and Pietro Jordan's like taking this shot as well. Is like it's really tough to just like even defend, but she's both off her line and on the line at the same time. It's hard to like kind of say what Leah Freeman's like doing or really like thinking here. It's unfortunate, but still have a long game ahead of you. And I think when you come back from down 2 in the Denver game, it's not like the end of the world still for San Diego. Like once it was crazy when in this SDFC game, you go 2-1 and it feels like, oh, it's the end of the world. They're going to score. San Diego Wave, it's like, hey, you're 1-0. You're still fine. Like you can still come back. You still have a belief in the way this identity works and the way they match up against other teams and the way that they create chances that you're gonna score some goals, but it just doesn't happen in this Portland match.
Yeah, no, I think you kind of got the sense that San Diego Wave could get it done from in any way, and in that moment, you're like, yeah, you have a goal against you, but you're kind of a counter-punching team, where you do have to take some knocks here and there, but just know that boom, it's gonna come on back on the other side, and eventually you're gonna score one, even if it does turn 2-0. There's always that hope, but I mean, halfway in.
The difference here is though too that like Portland, they've been switching around their center backs and stuff, but they've still been a really good team defensively. And I don't think I gave them that credit in our preview. And that's probably something that I should have realized, that like they're pretty compact and very well organized despite the number of like combinations, different changes. Sam Coffey's not in the 6 anymore. It's a different Portland team. The coach didn't join until the end of the season, but they're still like really well coached and made the complete like right decisions that they needed to make, that just made it all the windows for San Diego Wave to like try and create a shot. None of them were like great. Like they create chances, but they're not great chances. It's just like because there's so many defenders and they're so compact that it's like you're not really gonna get,
or they get in their own way
shot.
Literally.
Yeah, that happened a couple of times, but in the second half especially, it just felt like they're very comfortable kind of sitting back and doing the counter. At least Portland was, and then also like seeing how Houston was successful against them. Portland just kind of took that blueprint and did it as well. And I think now these 3 games have really set the blueprint for the rest of the NWSL on how to beat San Diego, which might be a problem moving forward.
And you had a good run of consistency, but then again, you can't miss one-on-one opportunities that way. It's a great save, but
Ludmila,
it's
Ludmila, right? Or
this one?
Oh, Gabby Portillo. Yeah,
like you have.
She subs on also 46th minute. I asked Jonas Eidevall about it after the match because he came on for Leah Godfrey, and he was just like, "Yeah, you got to protect legs because it's midweek match, so not an injury thing, not a tactical thing, more so just protecting legs thing." But Portillo's not been good this year.
When I talk, what do we do about Portillo?
We had a whole conversation about this in the press box last night, because there were just multiple times with and without the ball that she was just making mistakes, not really like having the errors. And then you could see her getting frustrated because she was wide open and not getting the ball. And the fact that she is wide open and still not getting the ball says a lot about how the team is being coached, told, or feel comfortable playing. And that's playing down the left side, getting the ball to Dudinia and hoping some magic happens and kind of just ignoring Portillo's presence out there, which is not good. It's right winger. You got to have extra attackers out there. But yeah, Sophia Wilson gets her first goal coming back from maternity leave. So pretty cool moment. Lorena Foster just gets beat as well. Just like out physical.
I mean, talk about being beat. Freeman.
She knows it too. After Kennedy Wesley can't do that much, and then Leah Freeman punches the floor really hard after the goal.
See, in for outdoor players, it's the nutmeg that hurts. It's the tunnel of doom, where anything below your hand and in between your armpit, anything that goes there, it's just a dark hole, and it just sucks matter, and it just goes in every time, and those hurt.
Yeah.
2-0 Portland.
Gabby had more shots in this game, but I don't think they were great shots either. Though. Like it was kind of just a function of like them controlling the left side so much that I think Portillo probably had more chances, but I still don't think Portillo is the answer up in that right wing spot.
San Diego Wave is unable to come back in this match despite Dudinha and companies huffing and puffing and just creation, but no finalization essentially.
And we wanted to post the post game on this one, but it what's it called? Wave didn't. You got to show me how to do the OBS thing for recording the Zooms because it's pretty. I don't know. It's kind of. I wasn't able to record the Zoom, and then Wave didn't post it. They posted like the old one, so we don't have the post game sound from this one. I got a little bit contentious with Kenza Dali. We were kind of disagreeing about.
Oh, this is the one where she schooled you?
She didn't school me. It wasn't. I kind of was like, Portland's defense was really stopped you guys. Like, and she was like, "What? I don't agree. Like, I don't agree. Like, we've created so many chances. We were building. We had positive moments. We were creating attacks. You lost 2-0.
No, but say what she said to you.
And she said, like, this is part of football. What did she say? The football?
Well, in football.
Oh, she said, well, in football. Blah, blah, blah. I'll find the full quote. Now you got me. I don't want to misquote.
There needs to be a Hall of Fame of just Abe quotes. Jaden Shaw, is it harder or easier to come off as a substitute in the second half?
That's not even my worst one with Jaden Shaw. I've asked worse questions.
You did, but that's the one that she remembered you for.
Even though I didn't ask that question.
And you didn't ask it, but yeah, it's attributed to you, which is funny as hell. Well, Abe, in football, you lost Wave 2-0 against a good Portland team.
Here it is.
Are you playing it? Audio? Here we go.
Structure and what made it the time. If you could just speak to me a little bit about Portland's defensive structure and what made it so hard to score those chances. It seemed like Portland was really tough for you guys.
You think? I didn't feel that Portland was tough against us. Like, I think the pressing first half was really good. They pressed us higher than last time when they came in Snapdragon. But I think second half we came with other possibility. Again, we turn over the goal, we concede, but I don't think they create that much. I think we had the better chance. We have a 1v1 with we have Kimi in first half. We have 1v1 with Gabby. Gabby had a good shot. Dudinha, like we could score tonight, but we just didn't find the net. And then when you don't find the net against team like that, you're gonna concede. So yeah, again, it's really small margins, but I don't think Portland were the better team tonight.
I think what I kind of want to more say is like when the team is really strong defensively and is able to sit back, it was kind of similar to the way the Houston match went. How do you think your team needs to work to be able to pull out results against teams like that are able to defend well, sitting back on like a low block like that?
I mean, in football, the hardest thing is to create chances, and even more against a low block. And I think we done that well. Again, we were capable of scoring more than 2 goals tonight. But again, yeah, you're right. It's a learning process.
Yeah, I was
in
right.
football.
I was right.
Yes, Kenza did say you're right.
Yeah, you're right. It's a learning process against team that
You're right.
knows that we like transition, we like as well possession. So yeah, team are watching us and they're gonna try to challenge us in a lot of things. But the most important things is what we're doing us and what we keep building an identity. And I think we're doing really well. We actually really doing well. And tonight we're losing. They're 1 point ahead now of us, but the table means nothing today. Nothing. There's such a long time, so I'm not even watching it. The most important is that I win something at the end of the season. This game doesn't matter to me if we're learning from it.
This game doesn't matter to me if we learn from it. Coach Kenza Dolly.
Dude, she could be such a sick coach.
Oh, she's gonna be.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think
She loves
she's
the game
like
too much.
She does love the game, but loves the game in a way that I don't like. She might get too frustrated with players and not enough control. At least now she gets frustrated, but she has enough control where she's in the game and playing it.
Mhm.
I don't know if she would like enjoy that as coach. I think somebody asked her about it. And she's just like, I'm still playing. Like she's not even anywhere near thinking about that right now.
Oh, so
But she's freaking cool, man. That was a great response. I'm glad I pushed back a little bit. We got a real good answer from her. And sometimes you do need to be told, like, hey, man, this is who we are
in football.
And yeah, I think it was a good question. So sometimes, I maybe have a little egg on my face. But,
No, I like it.
But like I said before, we're not here to win the press conference.
Mm-mm.
We're here to get the best answers and the best.
Yeah, for you guys.
And I'm sorry that I posted that in my article, but sorry we didn't get to get the full media availability out there. But you did get to just listen to it on Two Balls and a Mic.
That's why you listen here. Plus, we get you all the sound, right? And then everybody else takes our questions and sound, and it's free for everybody. That's why NBC takes the Kennedy Wesley quote and has great success on socials. Like it's part of it.
I saw that. Yeah. Then I saw like Cat Macario one had great success on some socials as well.
We create gold for everybody else to mine.
Okay. I like that. I don't know. But it's part of the story. I mean, we're not the story. It's just fun.
It is.
It's cool.
wild.
It's good to see people out there. But
what's Tony's worst non-Portuguese question? I actually was challenged after.
Dude, somebody like put it on you because somebody actually asked a question in Portuguese this weekend to Dudinha.
She killed it.
There was a moment though where Dudinha was like, "What did she say?"
And I felt a little vindicated in that moment. I'm like,
maybe just
cool.
Dudinha doesn't speak Portuguese. You're like, know what? Maybe Dudinha is the problem.
Você não fala português? Você não brasileira? Anyway,
that's funny.
I think I asked Casey Stoney once, like, it's like something. It had to be with Casey, in that which.
Stoney fired after 0-0 tie to Houston.
You know, somebody brought up to me that, hey, didn't Casey get fired after 6 consecutive non-victories? Right? Mikey
I think it was
Vadas.
7.
7?
Yeah.
Mikey Vadas. That's what they were pointing out.
Yeah.
Like, hey, wasn't this? And then
it is crazy when you think about it. Did Jill Ellis pull the trigger early? Probably.
Yeah, Abe's not afraid to challenge a team captain or billionaire team owner. No fear. I love that. All right. So there was another match yesterday that happened on Kids Day. Saludos
a los niños.
A los niños.
Y niñas.
Amigos, chiquillos, chiquillas.
Niñas. Any kid out
chicos.
there, how we identify.
Bay FC. So a match that you're like, okay, cool. San Diego Wave can kind of bounce back. You know, they have a chance to regain some confidence after going to Portland. You're back at home. A team that should be on paper manageable to win. To win. Yeah, I want to say to get a result, but win. Yeah. Didn't turn out that way. And Wave it was the better team. Like they played much better for a majority of the match.
In this game, I would say they were. That's why I was pushing back against Kenza in the last game because like they were technically Wave had more chances in the last game, but you weren't. I didn't feel like they were the better team because Portland was comfortable in their defense. You know, they knew what was going to happen and they let it come to them and they were able to defend it. In this game, it felt like Wave were the better team because they were like truly creating chances and putting like the pressure on, and it looked uncomfortable for AFC. But when you give a goal up in the first 5 minutes, it's just tough. And Kennedy Wesley also said it too in the post-game press conference that like we're not trying to give up goals early and like make mistakes like that. And we didn't get to ask specifically about this moment here, but just tough for Wesley, I think. Is most of the blame you put on Wesley for this one, or for Didi Heritage?
She tries to challenge the ball. Like she tries to tackle the ball and trying to step in front of it. And in that, she stops her own momentum. And so she doesn't have a chance to come back and at least make the run a little bit more uncomfortable and close in. But again, Didi in that moment could have done a little bit better, because I did see you come out. Like I saw you. You
see the hesitation.
You hesitated, and a goalkeeper can never hesitate. They just grind you down in training for that. You come out, you come out with conviction. You take everything that it takes. You take your teammate out, whoever dares to be in front of you. You take them out to make sure that the ball is not in the box. And hesitated. She crab walked to the side, left herself open. 5-hole goal. At that point, Bay, job done. They scored their goal. They could have been happy with a tie, with giving up another one. They could have been all right with it. They weren't necessarily asking too many questions of Wave. Wave matriculated, great word, through the field and played their game. Like they didn't fall into Bay FC's match. They didn't fall inside of their into their game plan. They executed everything that they wanted to. Dudiña looked dangerous on the left. They kept ignoring Portillo on the right, like you're saying. Just, persona non grata. I don't care if you're open. I'd rather go with Dudiña on the left, getting double covered.
That's how they were treating Portillo on the field.
Yeah,
like just from the angle in the press box, it looked like there were multiple times where she was open, and they were just decisively saying, we're going to go to the left side. There's more players over there, but we're just still going to try and push it through the left side.
Yes, it was an insane pass to Tony Chiva forever. I have a little reward for you if and when you reveal yourself for you. So I'm genuinely curious. I'll keep your anonymity for sure. It actually amuses me a lot. But yeah, I mean, the rest of the match, SanDiego is now trying to climb, not an Everest, not the summit that you climbed in Colorado, but a little cerrito, a little hill, essentially, a Rachel Hill.
Formerly AFC.
Formerly AFC. Didi Haracic just kept getting in her own way with the ball at her feet 4 times. I counted 4 times where she just committed a potential gaffe of the week. But Bay FC again, just feeling, no, we're fine with one. We're okay with one. Like we'll manage this. We'll just wait, be patient. You're not going to shoot. You're not going to, get the ball in a dangerous position. And even if you do, you're not going to finish. And for the most part, that's exactly what happened. Ludmila looked to be a little bit frustrated too in the match, and just the runs that her teammates were doing or lack thereof. And then, beep, penalty call because Ludmila is creating something, yellow card situation. Who was it? Kennedy Wesley and somebody else who went on top of the...
it was Dudiña and Leah Godfrey.
Dudiña and Leah Godfrey were standing over the ball for a penalty. And I told you, this is a Kenza. This is Kenza for sure.
I was joking that maybe Kennedy Wesley's going to take it. She was getting instruction from Jonas Eidevall at midfield, and I thought she was going to have a full run up from the midfield into the penalty area. But yeah, Kenza Dali takes it. In the match itself, I thought, like at the game, I thought it was just a missed penalty by Kenza, but Silkovic gets her hand to it.
Yeah, no, it's a phenomenal save.
So when you look at it, it's like, damn, what a save.
That's phenomenal.
The perfect like bottom spot of the goal as well. So like maybe not the strongest shot by Kenza, but it's things like that are going to happen with any penalties. It's just tough.
No, it's a great save. And honestly, a little part of me thought, well,
boom, another save.
There goes the confidence.
Corner kick.
Yeah, and she absolutely played well compared to Didi on the other side. I see people asking, like, would you take Didi or Philippe, Tony, between Didi or Leia? Who would you trust more between the sticks? Didi.
But Freeman was kind of more comfortable with her feet.
She was, but people figured out that you could just shoot at her.
That's messed up. But
no, I mean it's como coladera. Like it's just it goes like a sifter. It just goes right through. Like yeah, you're gonna get some resistance, but it's still gonna go through.
Say that about my fellow Oregon Duck, man.
Well, she should quack on back into the training room and get some shot stopping.
I've seen the shot stopping ability again in the game against UCLA, but yeah, just haven't seen it at the NWSL level.
What's the deal with Luisa? Is she not ready for a chance? We'll ask. I think that's a good midweek. That's a good midweek question for sure.
Thank you, Brad. We'll definitely ask. How would you phrase that? It's like, we've seen.
Well. First of all,
we're probably gonna have to talk to Becky Tweed. By the way,
we're not talking to Jonas Eidevall,
Mr. Red Card over here. Yeah,
for sure. Because later on in this match, that does indeed happen after this. Just like we saw Leah Friedman, the last you'll see of Leah Friedman in the starting lineup is the last you'll see of Jonas Eidevall, at least in this match, on the bench, because he does get a red card. They're not going to show it.
Yeah,
but
real quick. Sokovic's 26 saves in her last 3 matches.
Insane.
So sometimes when your goalkeeper's on a opposing team's goalkeeper on a run, you just like, hey man, sucks. You got hit by someone that's playing out of their mind right now. So I think you can kind of say a little bit of that from this Wave match, but Jonas Eidevall makes unnecessary error late in this game, and I think it's this happens more, especially in a home match when the other team's parking the bus. I think I counted they started parking the bus around like 68th minute, where as far as like time wasting goes, where it's just like, all right, we're walking to the throw in, the goalkeepers still tossing the ball, doing the little shenanigans and stuff.
The dark arts.
Every single team does this. It's very normal in soccer to do this. You shouldn't be, obviously, because it happened so early. Maybe that's why it was so frustrating for Jonas Eidevall and the San Diego Wave fans that were in attendance. But it's gonna happen. I heard them doing the counting down the goalkeeper as well. I heard it go up to like 16 at one point, which is kind of funny.
I will challenge, and again, but love us, at least me, some siren support, go full 90. I challenge San Diego Wave fans to be in it, not just in those moments, just be in it for 90 minutes. It was my girlfriend. She took her like a little niece. She's 6 or 7. I should probably know that 7. And it was her first game, and she'd never been to. She went to the last Mojo game, and she was like, "Wow!" And then she plays soccer.
She's like, "You're never gonna see this." That's so messed up.
Yeah,
take her to the Mojo game. Oh, whoa, that's so cool! I love professional volleyball.
You're never gonna see them again. And then I had a Presidente Tali from the Sirens, who blessed us with some tickets, and just properly compensated. So I ruined them because it's row, like it's a section on the right where you have to go in through the tunnel in the middle of Snapdragon, where next to the press box.
Yeah.
So it's just that right in front. So it's literally front row. So she saw the Jonas Eidevall red card throwing,
almost touched the jacket.
Almost, yeah, no.
But yeah, so for those that are probably just listening on audio, 86th minute, Dudinha has the ball. They Wave have a promising attack coming up. Gia Corley subbed on was really great. I think somebody also mentioned it earlier that Gia Corley coming on, if she's at her best, she probably could deserve a shout in the starting 11. But Gia Corley starting to play really, really well. And then Dudinha gets the ball, it's like kind of 50-50, goes for the ball, kicks it, hits the Bay FC player right in the face. Obviously in the face. Any sort of face injury, we said it earlier in the show as well. You have to stop the game.
Yeah.
Obviously, the other team is time wasting at this point.
100%.
It's late in the match. You want to get an equalizer, but it's a kick to the face. You're developing an attack. You're building something strong, but have to stop the match. Solid decision by the referee, in my opinion.
I have to agree.
Then
that's player safety.
It's part of the game. Yeah, the player safety has become a stronger part of the game, and I think the game is better for it.
So then, and I put this still image in
they don't show it. I'll do a reenact.
a 76 minute. You see Jonas with his jacket on here for effect. Then you're going to go ahead and see. I'm just trying to see if you'll see Abe. All right. Oh. Yeah, no, there's boom. Just one of those. Loses his mind. Red card comes out. That was excellent. Huh? That's just the paint from the floor. It's okay. It's sanitary. You decided to do that. The garage. And you can see a jacketless Jonas Eidevall because the jacket has been thrown on the ground as Abe demonstrated here.
Yeah, they didn't have it. You could definitely see it in the stadium because he is very over exaggerating with it, and then he kind of points himself like me.
Me? Is that for me?
Maybe it could have been a yellow card. You could have said it could have been a yellow card, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. Un berrinche, unless it was just profane.
We didn't hear him either. Maybe the referee heard something.
Maybe, but what could he? Even if he said, "For fuck's sake," yellow card. But that didn't impact anything outside of who we got in the post match.
Yeah, that's true.
At this point,
Becky Tweed stands up immediately and is like shouting directions.
Yeah, she's like,
she is like basically head coach, B, like head coach A, head coach B. Like,
yeah,
they're both really, really important to this team and treat the job well. And I think a lot of players really respect Becky Tweed as well. She has the experience in the NWSL previously with Angel City, so it's not that much that you're getting different. They're still creating chances to have moments, but AFC hold on.
They do, and with that, couple of things, right? Jonas Eidevall with the red card. It didn't seem like they were going to come back at all, essentially. But then I lost my train of thought. Choo.
I think I cut my lip taking my jacket off. It's because he had like a zip up jacket too, so I had to like pull off my jacket. So he had to like think about that too. It's just kind of funny. He had to go one arm, second arm, pull it all the way off, and then throw it on the ground.
Slam it on down.
That did make me realize that like maybe that's why it was a red card, because he had to put some thought into
because it was premeditated.
It was premeditated because you don't like he had to take one arm. Like taking that jacket off is hard when you're angry.
All right, Brad.
Back to your train of thought.
Wave have this actually was a train of thought. Wave have 3 first half goals. Barcenas lead the team with shots with 5.56. Dudinya in second, and
shots on target
90,
3.89.
These are great stats for sure. And but it's time to start Melanie Barcenas on the right wing and see what happens, because these first halves with the other options are consistently not good enough. And my counterpoint to that is that, much like the blueprint is out for San Diego Wave and how to defend, blueprint's been out. Are you smelling?
Yeah, I was burping.
Oh, okay. I'm like, don't focus. It's not that dirty. The blueprint has been out for how to defend Melanie Barcenas, and it's just wait.
Yes, we did see that in this game where you had 2 players on her that kind of just waited, and she was forced to pass it back. But I do think that Melanie Barcenas getting a start would be really fun, and I think a thing that other teams would worry about, and like pull some attention from Dudinya on the left side too, because like you see Melanie Barcenas get a lot of attention when she's on the pitch too, and that's usually, I think, because she's coming on as a sub and is a lot faster than everybody at that point in the game, and also has the technical skill that we've seen with her feet. I think she could deserve a shot at the starting spot. Although they have been kind of saying, or Jonas has said in the past, that like bringing her for a full 90, or at least starting, they didn't want to start her to start out because of the injury concern, and building her back up from where she was at last season with her leg injury. So that could mostly be why she's not starting. Like, she's still like only 19 years old.
She's a better game changer than she is a starter.
we haven't seen her enough at a starter, I think, to judge that. And I think the profile of player makes you believe that she's a better game changer than a starter. But
Fair.
let's see her going full speed to start the game, the entire team going full speed to start the game. How difficult is that for you to defend when you have Dudinia coming at you freaking hard as hell on the left side? You have Ludmila coming at you right there in the middle, and then you have Leah Godfrey as well. I think it could be really, really fun if Melanie Vatsana starts, but that is considering keeping her fitness level high and wanting her to play over the course of a full season.
Well, it may happen because Becky Tweed is taking charge, and she might decide, hey,
she changes some things up.
Yeah.
She's like, you know what? We were joking about that. Becky Tweed takes over head coach.
Kenza,
my stamp on this team.
Bye. I need
the I don't want to play with this anymore.
Yeah.
Fusco's coming in. Cat Macario, wrap that ankle up.
No. Starting center back, Daniela Arias. That's how you know. That's how you know. Agudelo and Daniela Arias. Maybe they can do that against Chicago this month. Maybe a good idea. I just think there's nothing to lose given that we're getting from the likes of Gabby. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, you have Kimi Escanio you could put up there. You could put Leah Godfrey back on the wing, move Mia Escanio back into the middle,
and then you have the thing about Cat Macario. When is that going to happen?
I don't think it happens to the World Cup at this point. Why rush it? She hasn't been seen training on the pitch with teammates. Training off to the side, perhaps.
Were you the one that told me that it was interesting designation that went from a different part of the body?
It went from ankle to heel. I believe.
Okay.
Injury designation, but they've said heel since she was at Chelsea, so it's not that much of a different change in injury designation.
You know what scares me about that?
What?
What's the part between?
Oh, the Achilles? Maybe isn't that calf though? They would always say calf, but maybe they're hiding that, or they were hiding that at Chelsea because they could sell her for a transfer fee.
And for the amount of time that she's been out, the way that they've been treating it, it might have been a full tear or rupture. Maybe
it was a calf issue, and they decided the science behind the Achilles thing now is that, like, hey man, if you have a calf issue, stop.
Relax.
Basically, stop. You can build back. You're better off that way than rupturing or tearing the Achilles. So maybe you got something there. Maybe
that's crazy, right?
It is a little sniff. We'll have to see though.
Yeah.
I want to get to a wave training at some point this year.
Yeah, we need to do that.
See what the pitch looks like, what the team's looking like. But
let's see. I hope Tweed doesn't get all sentimental and start Haracic on Saturday. If she's smart, she'll start Agudelo in goal, change back to forward, draw Facer and Dali, draw Portillo and Ludmila. The comments are going back and forth between Didi, Freeman, and saying that Freeman didn't do that bad, which the slander, I don't think there's slander if there's, again, evidence on basic things. Those 2 goals were not the best. 90%. 80% of the NWSL saves the second one. You would hope it's 90. The first one, closer to get to that 80 range, but it's all about positioning, right? Didi, ball on the foot, just nightmare fuel. And the way that this team plays is very important. You need somebody to organize that back line too. Not saying that it would have to do anything with anything, but Luisa's English, he had to interview her in Spanish because she didn't speak English or wasn't comfortable in English. We don't know what the level is right now, but still an interesting thing.
She's got this. I think we saw her at World Sevens, and I definitely saw the shot stopping ability.
Yes,
and obviously compacted pitch. And they're all kind of playing in weird times in their season, so it's maybe not the best time to judge. It's a 3-day match and weekend in Florida, so. But I wouldn't be opposed to a Luisa's appearance or start.
The sunshine's going to cure Cat.
That's true.
All right, let's hear really quick from assistant coach, but going to be head coach next week. Becky Tweed.
Became difficult for San Diego Wave through this match in order to break through those lines. So you think that dominant possession and kept most of their shape. What did BFC do to make it complicated?
Yeah, I think obviously going 1-0 down early in the first half gives you a lot of time, but also as the longer the time goes on, you feel a little bit more pressure. And I think you could see that tonight. I think that's something that's happened to us a couple of times, and we really need to look at and figure out how we can solve and how we can fix that. I think we created enough chances to win the game. And on another day, it's a different result, but we've definitely got to go away and reflect and look at what we can improve and grow on. This season is long, and we all know the NWSL is a crazy space, and anyone can beat anyone. And I think that's an example of that. The best team on the day doesn't always win the game, and that's what makes this league so special and so great. And yeah, we need to go away and reflect on how we can turn these games around in our favor.
And then what was the message for the team, specifically Kenza, after the penalty and just that emotion and that moment moving forward?
Yeah, I think.
Real quick, second week that they say best team didn't win the game today.
Mm-hmm.
Does that frustrate you?
Yeah, because
I think this is modern, coaches and modern soccer. When
PR
you have,
speak.
I guess, but the stats are like, maybe it's better because I think coaches used to lie and be like, yeah, we need to be better, blah, blah, blah. Even when they had like a good performance, they would like put on a show and be like, yeah, we're playing poorly, whatever. I don't know. It feels weird when you lose 2 matches.
Sometimes there is too much respect given to the opponent.
And yeah, I guess.
Like, oh, we don't. Okay, again, LAFC, San Diego FC. Mikey was like, well, they got, there's good players on the other side. Yes, good development players. I guess good compared to your development project as well. But here it's like, Bay wasn't the best team on the day, but they did what they needed to do collectively to get the 3 points. So therefore, they did by default. They are the best team.
I was like talking to myself about XG last night, driving home from Snapdragon, just like XG. Just like, what is XG? Why is it XG? And it's like XG is an important stat, and it matters, and it ultimately over the course of a full season will tell you who the better teams are. But in the minute of 2 games in a row where San Diego Wave lose 2 matches, I was a little bit going insane, just like they lost both matches. Better team. I told that to my mom, who doesn't ever watch soccer, but she's like, "What do you mean they're the better team? They lost." And I was like,
"Yeah,
exactly." But
is your mom? Is she right for SanDiego.Futbol? Yeah.
What? She might be watching right now, actually.
Hola. XG is flawed, but also helpful. I mean,
I love XG. It's one of those things. You love something, and then you also want to like punch it sometimes.
Yeah,
but
yeah, you have to take it completely, and either you
this is all
throw
stats.
it away. It's a made up stats. It's a made up stat grounded in data.
Important data. Yeah.
This
is a book. I didn't even realize you have a book out here.
Yeah, the great and powerful Mr. Jeremy P, who watches our show. Okay, I gave it to me. Rick Steves. Cool. Do you know Rick Steves?
No.
Rick Steves is a KPBS guy that with glasses, and he goes around the world and does the shows, and that's my guy. That's he's in my legendary Güeros list. That like if and when they do pass on, like I'll legitimately be sad.
Yeah.
Alex Trebek was on there.
John Sterling today made me a little bit sad when I woke up.
Oh,
you know who that is? That's he's a broadcaster for the Yankees. He's the one that goes,
oh no,
there it go. Oh, no, that's Michael K. He's the one that goes, the Yankees win. Yankees win. Yeah.
Regis Philbin was one of mine too, because he used to do that on Regis, a line with Regis and Kelly. Hey, Philippe, giving our shout outs to Mama Cepeda. All right, here is the rest of Becky.
You know, we go through a lot of emotions in the last 2 weeks with where we've come from off of the bat of winning games, then the turnaround in Denver. And I think these are things that you have to go through early in the season to experience and come out the other side. And I think this is just another lesson for us in that space. I mean, Kenza's an excellent pro. She's played in a bunch of games in a bunch of big tournaments, and she's been incredible for us over the last season and a half. And these things happen. Again, she's a pro. The team is all behind each other, and we know that we all play a part in results, wins or losses. So we just have to move forward from it and get our heads up, get some rest, and move into the next game.
And then maybe just give us your perspective from the action that saw eventually Jonas get red. You just give us your perspective from that action.
No, I'm not going to speak about that. Sorry.
Then we're not going to speak about the rest of the match.
All right, sounds good. We'll speak about.
It's okay. They don't have to talk about it, but
We
at
had
the
to
same
be
time,
asked.
we had to ask, and yeah, not going to speak about that.
If I speak, I get in trouble.
Becky Tweet's nice. One time she was
Um,
like shouting at people from, not shouting, but like trying to scare people from like one of the windows in the training, like the trailers outside of the. Like she was hiding in the window where everyone's like standing outside the window.
Yeah,
and she just went like boom. Just to like scare everyone there. It's kind of funny. She's nice.
I like that. Can you guys ask about the update for Armstrong 2? The rumor was May. Yeah, for sure. Just the general updates for injuries coming on up. Cool. So with
last
that
time I asked the injury question about when they were coming back from the break, he was just like, I think you won't be surprised with where the injury statuses are. And I was just like, what does that even mean? Like, I was like, I guess that just means like it's probably all going to be the same. But I was thinking to myself, like, what is he trying to say?
Well, good thing is it's Becky this week, so she might give a different answer.
Maybe.
And next, now I want to ask Jonas about it. Jonas, what would you not expect from a timeline to be for this? For that, is it safe to call Ludmila a bust now? Uncomfortable conversation need to be held.
Did you see Adriana Leon last year?
Exactly. Exactly. Compare those performances so far in the year. Ludmila's definitely Ludmila's gotten you goals. Ludmila's opened up stuff. Ludmila's unlocked Dudinya for a great portion of this season so far. So no, she's contributing in the same way that, you know, a center forward needs to take attention away from the rest of the players to have them create.
Compared to how she played at Chicago, maybe a little bit underperformed and not as much of the goal scorer, but she kind of needed to carry the team on her back when she was in Chicago.
Because she's in a better team. She doesn't have to be the end all be all. She doesn't have to be the entire offense.
I think after the break, though, maybe she will be more comfortable in the system and be able to contribute some more, though. It's definitely not. As long as she stays healthy, I'd have a lot more confidence in her than I would Adriana Leon or anything like that. And Trinity Byers as well was pretty solid, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like she looked like a great option off the bench and can definitely offer something up top. But I think Macario is definitely the answer to the offense in general.
Yeah.
That was the implication with the video up top with Leia asking telling you're
help me,
only
Obi-Wan
hope.
Kenobi.
Help me, Katarina Macario. You're only hope. Good stuff. Anything else? San Diego Wave go up to LA.
Angel City.
I'm
not going to be able to make the trip up. Going to go to my cousin's graduation. Shout out to Michelle. Great seeing people graduate and stuff. Unfortunately, not going to be able to see. I know a lot of Sirens are going to go up. A lot of people are going to go up for this game. Feeling a little jealous, a little FOMO, but seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Got both teams coming off 2 losses. I think Angel City off of 3 losses in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So you have some intense. You can have some intense back and forth. Angel City's a pretty solid team as well, even though they have lost their last 3 matches. I think they're dynamic. It's gonna be fun. I'll tell you that. I don't think either of these teams are gonna just like sit back,
just roll over.
No, Giselle Thompson seems like she can score at any moment. I didn't see it at first with Giselle Thompson when she started. I thought this is like, all right, is this just because she's Alyssa Thompson's sister? Like, what are we doing here? But she's really good. Giselle Thompson's fun.
Guys, predict our next 5 games for the rest of the month. We'll stick to one. We'll stick to one.
What are we doing? How many? Let's see, real quick.
We should be able to beat Angel City. I'm saying 2-1, maybe 3-1.
Yeah, you should be able to beat Angel City.
Yes, you should. Just like you should have been able to beat AFC, though.
Rivalry match, though. I don't think they've never drawn either, right? Angel City and San Diego. I don't think they've ever drawn.
No, it's a victory either way.
So
and I think LAFC.
Maybe they do for a draw.
Angel City has the upper hand on that one, right?
Barely, I think. Yes, I gotta look through my big sheet, but
I'd rather be starting Ludmila than Riley Tiernan on Saturday.
Yeah, and that's why you got to be happy with Ludmila.
They did tie last year in March.
Oh yeah, I'm so dumb. They tied multiple times. Yeah, it was the 1-1 game. Gia Corley scored. It was the first game of the season. How did I forget that?
All right, Abe.
My bad. Washington Spirit, Washington's on unreal level right now. I shouldn't be upset if you lose that one or tie. Be happy with that. Rematch against Houston. Tough defense. Houston's been playing better. They need to find an attacking player that performs at a high level. Mackenzie Robbie, we didn't mention it. Mackenzie Robbie out with the ACL injury.
Ooh,
full season. Tough. Get better soon. Mackenzie Robbie, always nice to us.
Yeah, she was.
Orlando Pride, fun one. Jackie Ovalle, Martha. Orlando Pride. I haven't caught a lot of Orlando Pride games this year, being quite honest. We'll see. Anyways, that's too far ahead.
All right. Last thing
days.
before you go home, Abe. I'm trying to find a good infographic, or just the good list of characters.
Are we making quick starting 11 of
we
Star
are just going
Wars?
to do a quick starting 11 for Star Wars.
Okay, let's see.
All right.
In goal, you got why am I starting in goal? I saw Emma Hayes say that like Jabba the Hutt should be a goalkeeper.
Did she really say that?
She said she could be, but she ultimately chose General Grievous.
Where
I wouldn't go with
where
either
is
of
this?
those. I don't know where I saw her do this. They posted a clip of it.
Damn. I was gonna say General Grievous.
You can't put General. He doesn't sit back. Like he's an attacker. He's moving ahead. He doesn't sit there and stay. Like obviously Java's can stay there, but he doesn't have the arms. He doesn't have save ability. He's just a big body out there. If anything, you put Chewbacca in the
all right. Okay, we have some things here. Ludmila should have been solid. Jalamarca. Okay, so this is Tony Chiva Forever. Might be Chiva.
Okay, maybe.
Might be Chiva. For sure. Let's see. Darth Vader at goal. If he uses the force counts as using your hands. There's multiple players that can use the force. So
he's one of the better ones that using the force.
He is one of the better ones.
Great Lord.
Kylo Ren plays for SDFC because he can't keep his cooldown and gets red cards.
Center back.
For center back. Okay.
Boba Fett is, I think, a right wing. Boba Fett's a right winger, right?
That dude's a total left back, right back.
Okay.
I think he's more defensive too because he's multi-tooled. He can go and do overlapping runs over the air because he has a jetpack. So I'd stick him on the right back for sure. All right, let's see. Ben Kenobi is the general, so midfielder. Obi-Wan? Yeah, he's your Yeppe. He's your Ken Zadali. For sure. Let's see.
Defense is so hard.
Yoda as the manager. Ooh.
The Jedi Order fell apart under the leadership of Yoda as the number one Jedi.
It did, and he was very hands-off as well. So he makes late substitutions. However, he was
too late.
Was he right or wrong about Anakin? He was right about Anakin.
Yeah.
He knew. So, but he still did nothing about it.
The Jedi Order, yeah.
And
couldn't stop.
Mace Windu had the right idea. Mace Windu, I think he's a center back.
Okay.
I think Mace Windu is a center back. All right, let's go back. Who are we choosing for goalkeeper?
An ATSC. No.
ATAT?
No.
Too slow.
I think you got it. Just because there's not great options, you might have to just put Vader back there, dude. Which is unfortunate. I don't think you can. Like you gotta have someone tall and big, you know. Like
I feel like that's such a waste of a
great
talent.
player. Yeah, maybe
Han Solo right wing. I like that for sure. He's
right wing Han Solo, right back. Boba Fett, or you put your Boba Fett in left back?
I put Boba Fett on the right back.
Okay, yeah, so
right back
connected.
position. I don't have it right down. Oh well. Let's see. Let's think of center. Oh, the
Yes,
goalkeeper.
your CDM
Goalkeeper's not a
was
goalkeeper.
so you
God damn
have
it.
Mace Windu and Obi-Wan Kenobi in the midfield. You need one more mid. Are we going 4-3-3 or are we?
Mace Windu is a center back.
Oh, he's a center back. Okay,
He may be a left back.
I like him at back.
I like him at left back. Mace
Yeah.
Windu at left back with a right back. Okay.
Yeah, Boba Fett right back. Let Mace Windu left back's good.
Center back, I do think it'll be Chewie.
Center back. Yeah, I was gonna say goalkeeper maybe, but Chewie's a good center back. He combines well with other people too. He's friends with a lot of people.
See, yes, I was thinking Palpatine for sporting director / head coach because of the execution of Order 66. Like that had to be orchestrated, planned, and called at the right time. So
Yeah.
I will put Emperor Palpatine for manager. Okay, let's come back to Vader.
Vader's
Jar
on his
Jar's
team.
Frontera.
Damn.
Okay, where are you going to put Jar Jar? Jar Jar's a liability. He's a liability in your squad. Okay, let's see. Who else do we have?
Where does Darth Maul make this team?
Does Darth Maul make this team? He's a
Left winger, left.
Darth Maul, I think,
wing.
is a game changer.
9
Because
Oh,
he can
okay.
he has a double-edged sword, literally, and he can go offensively and defensively, and he's sound-minded, and he himself is actually a low-key genius.
Have you been watching that new show? I haven't caught any.
No.
I've been kind of letting it build up, and I think I'm just gonna binge it at some point.
In this world, Anakin and Darth Vader are two different people.
Yeah,
Anakin's the left wing.
Okay, I like that.
Anakin's the left wing. Everybody wants to be like him. He has a haircut.
Him and
He's
Obi-Wan
cool.
Kenobi connecting through the midfield, like Obi-Wan Kenobi sending balls deep to Anakin. I like that.
Yeah, and it's just that. Who would be the Tony Chiba, Abe, Alex, and Craig, the analysts of Star Wars? Yeah. Darth Maul is a lefty and righty. Yeah, and then he's ambidextrous. He goes
Maybe
both
he's in the
ways. I don't like him because he can't finish.
I guess
He couldn't finish Obi-Wan. Admiral Akbar as center back, he can find the traps.
No, I don't. Never seen him run.
Never seen him.
Never seen him in
Has
action.
he seen action?
He's a captain. He's an admiral. He's leading the ship. He's
in
if
the front,
anything.
he's in the front office.
He's in the front office. I like that actually. Yeah, he's in the front office.
He's in the front office for sure. I need another dynamic center back.
Dynamic center back.
Yeah. Because we have
Cassian Andor
Chewie.
could be good. Ray was pretty good. I don't know.
I hate that I'm going to put Finn there, along with Chewie.
Finn? Chewie and Finn. I guess weren't they were friends in that movie.
R2D2, Right to Dream at center back. R2D2 is Tom Vernon.
I was imagining like the other team is like,
damn, this
is a counterattack. And
see, Chewie Lozano
Mm.
is a little too good to let go.
Okay.
But I can't put you in the left wing. I can't. All right, center.
Luke
center mid.
Skywalker even making this team?
Luke Skywalker is, and I think he's your 9.
Okay.
I think Luke is the 9. Anakin on the left.
Are you talking about Return of the Jedi, Luke? This is
black, all black, green lightsaber.
Okay, yeah, then I like it.
Luke.
No
that
hand,
has a little darkness in him.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay,
like that
you
a
need
lot.
that. It's like a Luis Suarez. So left wing, Anakin, center forward / striker, Luke from Return of the Jedi. Who was it? I put a right back, a right wing.
Didn't you put Han?
Yeah. Han's up there. Okay, that's a
good.
trident. I like that. Who's the creative in the midfield? And I think that might be Yoda. And because he has that size.
Yeah, Brad said that earlier in the 10.
Did that what Brad said?
Yeah, Yoda's too. You can have a short midfielder like that though. And is he the captain?
Yoda?
Yeah.
Is he wearing the captain's armband?
No, but like I said, you can't put him in.
I think Obi-Wan has the captain's armband.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's earned the captain's
He doesn't want
armband.
it. He doesn't want the captain's armband, but they give it to him anyways.
Okay, so I need another center. So it's Obi-Wan in the center, along with.
Did we said Mace Windu on the left?
Mace Windu's
back?
on the left back position. It's Yoda Obi-Wan. Hey man, Count Dooku is like a Aníbal Godoy. Like Count Dooku can get down and dirty. He has his own style. He developed it. He has his own lightsaber, his own kind of curved way of seeing things. Yeah, and you need a defensive aspect because you have General Obi-Wan Kenobi, who is essentially a Frank Lampard, a traditional six that can go forward and backwards. You have the creative with Yoda, who can definitely bring that speed aspect, regardless of it. And you know Yoda has a disgusting first touch. Like you just know that. And then again, you need somebody defensive who's going to go ahead and do the dirty work and isn't going to be afraid to go in and do the dirty tackles. And sometimes he gets beheaded.
I think he's a little too cerebral for that spot, though. You know, you want someone that's like, "Urgh."
So then you put Grievous there.
Yeah, I
so
could see
General Grievous
there, but he causes he messes up too much, though.
He has the amount of lightsabers because of his victories, but eventually it's too much. It's too much, and he's a little bit too flashy.
I want Cassian Andor on this team, man. He can be on the bench, I guess.
Yeah, okay. We have to round out our bench because I think we completed the starting.
Center backs are Chewie and Finn. You said
Chewie and Finn, unless we can find a different.
And then we still haven't found a goalkeeper, or did we say Vader?
Man, Chewie and Vader center back pairing. But then who do you put at goalkeeper?
They got some.
Jabba's not mobile.
Jabba can't be the goalkeeper.
He's a shot stopper, but he can't distribute. He doesn't have legs.
Rancor. There's a Rancor in goalkeeper.
Just a Rancor. Just a wild. Just pick one. Like just the moon worm.
The straight copy of Dune.
Dude, it'd be so.
Sandworm?
No. The
Beskar pit. There's just a Beskar pit in the penalty area.
Just a Sarlacc pit. No,
Sarlacc. My bad. The Beskar is the Sarlacc pit.
Not Jabba the Hutt. Boba Fett's gonna find his way to, get eliminated by him in some sort of way.
Okay.
You know, he's actually gotten out of there 3 times in the extended universe. It's crazy. No. Rogue One. The blind dude.
Oh, they have him up right here. That guy.
Yes, him.
I don't remember his name, but
I think we don't remember.
Kanan Jarrus was blind. Did you watch Rebels? Kanan Jarrus was blind, and he was pretty sick.
Oh, El Vato from The Force Awakens too. That's a good game changer.
What do you mean the
Darth Vader's apprentice, Star Destroyer?
In The Force Awakens,
not The Force Awakens. In the game, The Force Unleashed.
Oh
yeah,
as a goalkeeper, yeah,
I like that. Who's
Star Killer?
Star Killer, yes. Who's the referee? Jar Jar Binks for just chaos. It's Jar Jar Binks is a CONCACAF referee for sure.
About? Yeah, who's even the opposing team? I mean, come on. Princess is General Leia Organa your manager? We have to find a manager now.
The manager?
Yeah.
It's.
She could. I mean, she's the general.
Who's a cerebral person? Who? And that's the thing. Palpatine has to be him.
You know who can make the tough decisions, and then also decide change and make good. He'll make a bad decision, but he's not afraid to go back on it. But he's willing to make bold decisions to protect his team. Lando Calrissian.
That's a great bench player. That's a great game changer.
Coming on, knowing because he knew he messed up, and
he's such a wild card.
In Return of the Jedi, he comes back. He's like, "Hey, I fucked up. I screwed you guys over back on Cloud City. I'm gonna help you guys now."
Ahsoka has to be in there.
She's
a bench player.
Yeah, she's
by default Rey because of her OP-ness.
I feel bad leaving all the women on the bench. That's not cool.
Tell me, sure
they don't like.
Sure, one of them, by the way, is an alien.
I mean, they're all alien. It's Star Wars. Who was alien? That's messed up, man. You assume the humans are the normal ones. All right. Ahsoka Tano could
By the way,
if we're being totally honest, does Han Solo deserve a spot in the right wing?
Because of the Battlefield hero mode, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you play Battlefront, yeah.
Battlefront, Jesus, it's fucking late. All right. Well, John Williams leading the Frontera chat. Hell yeah. Can you imagine the ref getting Jedi mind trick every call? That was a handball. I love this. Jar Jar's the guy walking around Snap saying free Chucky.
you gotta have Bulba could get a spot as a sub on the right wing.
The thing about Boba and I think here
I didn't say Boba, I said Sebulba.
Well, you brought this up because you have Boba Fett on the right. I think you have to have Jango Fett on the left. Move Mace Windu to the center back position, and now you can get creative. And no,
you can put the Mandalorian.
Actually,
instead of Jango Fett,
what am
honestly.
I doing? What am I doing? The center mid: General Kenobi, Yoda, Vader.
Not Anakin.
Anakin's on the left wing.
Yeah, they didn't mess with Anakin actually.
Anakin's on the left wing. Center forward is Luke. The right is Han Solo. Center center mid is Obi-Wan. Center attacking is Yoda. Right center mid is Darth Vader. Center left back Jango. Right back Boba Fett. Center back is Mace Windu. Mace Windu. Your other right back Chewie. Goalkeeper.
That's not
Goalkeeper is Greedo. No.
Bunch of Jawas. Bunch of
yeah,
Ewoks.
it's a bunch of Jawas. The opposing team is a bunch of Jawas. Like it's just a bus of Jawas. The big thing.
But you can have a bunch of Ewoks.
Does this mean the Right to Dream Academy kids are the Jedi kids? Well, keep your left wing attitudes from Anakin out of the Right to Dream, because that's exactly what they did with Chucky. This has gone off the rails.
Sagar, great manager as well.
I know Vader is Anakin. I don't think you could call him by two different players. I understand that. I see the canonical, just way to go about that. The only thing I'll argue is that one, these are fake, and the real stuff matters.
You ever play the Jedi Fallen Order game? I talked to you about this.
Yes.
In that first game, when that's like honestly might be the best version of Vader in that first game. When he kills the Inquisitor, just like tosses the other, like I'm imagining that version of Vader in the midfield.
Rogue One, the one that goes and conquers Mustafar. Heck yeah. Okay, so Han Solo and the knife, he shoots first. Okay, I like that. Moving to the center forward, multifaceted. Then you move. Oh, dude, that's lethal. Anakin and Luke. For sure. All right, this has gone off the rails.
10:42.
Enough. Season's greetings. Thank you for everybody who joined us here on Two Balls and a Mic. Abe and I have been here. Season's greetings to Chiba, wherever he's at. Make sure to check everything out. SanDiego.Futbol. SanDiego.Futbol to get everything San Diego related. This is the podcast of record here in soccer in San Diego. Who was Iloski? Who got traded? Who got jettisoned?
Ahsoka. She left the Jedi Order.
There you go. That's Ahsoka.
And scoring goals, dude, like an awesome player. Yeah,
that's
actually
great stuff. All right, see you guys later. Bye. More World Cup stuff when Chivas.